watching Stretford Paddock. We're here for the watch-along for Man United against Burnley, Premier League, Old Trafford. It's just me and Alex today.
Yeah. The Irish.
Everyone else has got university. How sad. Will you give us your score predictions for the game? We're gonna have to really kick it up today. Look at that. We've got a camera each for once.
Switch it. There.
Switch it.
And
switch
there,
it.
And there.
See, so far so good. United facing Burnley. Should we get the team up? Team up. Team up.
Hey,
there it is. Look.
Go.
De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Jones, Maguire, Williams, Matic, Fred, Andreas, Mata, James, Martial. What do you reckon?
The only one I got wrong when I predicted it before was Phil Jones, who I didn't think would play.
Really?
But,
you went no Greenwood?
Yeah, well, I kind of thought Pereira was going to play for some odd, strange reason. I like all the different cameras we got today. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not
Cameron is going to abuse his power of that today, though. That is going to happen. Yeah. But
well, I mean, we can save the funny transitions for later when we're
trying to get likes and stuff like that.
Yes. Calamity Jones, yeah, lads. How many will we score today? 2.
2, you reckon 2?
Well, I already know. They told me.
Yeah,
I've got to contact one of the players, and he's told me we're going to win 2-0, which is great news. Evening, chaps. What's your sauce tonight?
I'm staying off the beer today.
I ain't got any sauce, but I am waiting for a glass of water that producer Will is going to be getting.
I've got Coke Vanilla.
Coke Vanilla, what do you reckon?
That was in a bottle. However, Cameron decided to knock the bottle over.
Yeah. He was playing around. He's got a sugar rush from the 8 bags of skips that he's eating.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a bad day.
He's struggling, bless him.
Yeah. He's been to the gym, though, he's told me.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
No.
Much rather Bailly played ahead of that Mayor Jones.
Yeah, I agree. No, we don't need campus.
Are we surprised we haven't seen Greenwood?
No, because problem is, if him or Martial gets injured, now we really are in trouble. So we've got no one.
We almost can't play them both too much.
We kind of need to. I think we need to manage that a bit better. And the thing with Bailly and Jones is that Ollie's got a lot of stick this week for not managing Rashford very well.
Yeah,
and kind of just
it's funny. Yeah,
doing that. But Bailly's not played at all.
I know.
Like just throwing him in there.
It's funny, isn't it?
Could
how
ruin
people are
us.
like, why? How dare you play Rashford when he's not fully fit? Bailly's obviously not fully fit. He's not match fit. He hasn't played a game in 6 months or whatever it is.
There's definitely something there.
Same with Greenwood. He's played. I think it's 22 appearances.
I know he's 18
season.
as well. You need to manage them players.
Yeah, exactly.
For as much as we can speculate on the Rashford thing and say whether he should have played or not, or whether it was the medical staff advised him badly or Rashford pushed himself too much, whatever that was, you have to kind of give the benefit to the doubt that there are people that see them every day that know mainly what they're doing, and this is a bit of a freak injury, I think.
Is it kind of like, is there some part of it where it's like the medical staff say to him that this is the injury, Rashford gets to decide a little bit whether he's he knows how he feels, but then is there like a sort of, Ole is the president, he is the one that presses the red button, launches the nukes at the end of the day. Is it he kind of decides you're coming on, or what? Because I can't imagine, even as mismanaged in terms of not necessarily the manager, but just the club as a whole, as United have been for the last sort of 6 or 7 years, I can't imagine anyone with any kind of brain, let alone a football brain, plays a lad who's got a broken back. Like, that is mental.
Ollie said has some quotes today, which I'm going to have to do a bit of digging for, but he said something along the lines of...
Oh, we let the tap run, that's lovely and cold. Cheers, Will.
He went along the lines of that he spoke to Rashford, said he was going to get rested against Wolves.
He's been arrested?
Rested.
Oh, sorry.
Rested. But then he said... Rashford said, I want to give you as much time. If you need to bring me on, bring me on. Which he did. They won the game, and now this is it. There's something here. No complaints to train the day before. He did really well. He looked free. When I asked him if he was okay to be on the bench, no problem. He wanted to come on. It's just one of those unfortunate things. He was very, very adamant that if he needed, he could do at least half an hour because we wanted to go through the FA Cup. He had an extra day off treatment and recovery because we wanted to give him every chance to be ready for the coming games. So, there was a bit of everything there. It doesn't sound like the medical staff have gone, Rashford, if you play any football, there's a good chance you're going to break your back. That wasn't, to me, that wasn't what they kind of advised him with. Now, I think...
Is there something to be said maybe that they should have known
Maybe they should have known
more than him?
And that's, I think that's way above what Ollie can be in charge of.
Hard,
whether the physio's had an absolute clanger there or something like that.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, surely if someone says to Solskjaer, Just so you know, he has got a broken back.
Someone's saying your back surely can't be a bit broken. Stress fractures are a bit.
It kind of is a bit broken.
Stress fracture is one of them that you can keep going, I think, for a long time and it not be that bad. And then next minute they do a scan. My mate had it in his shin where he's just kept running on a thing where it was a bit of pain. And then next minute they say, yeah, you've got a stretch fracture, so you're in a boot for the next 6 months, 6 months or something like that, which, we're hoping Rashford isn't that long. But
Yeah, it's sort of like nearly headless Nick from Harry Potter, if you remember him. Yeah. His head is nearly headless.
Yeah,
Rashford maybe was sort of nearly broken. There. Stress fractures as well aren't what you get from falling off, a building. It's what you get when there's it's
a build-up of stuff.
Yeah,
it's not doesn't just happen.
So maybe they should have been better at sort of foreseeing that kind of injury. Or
there's a question there. Do you think Ollie does anything wrong? Yeah, I think.
Does Ollie what?
Do anything wrong? And I think
of course he
definitely.
Does.
I think there's a good chance that it was his fault with the Rashford thing. We're never going to actually know.
No. Whose
fault that was. It's probably someone in the medical team who's probably already been
a mixture
sacked.
of 2 or 3 people's mistakes. And also, I blame him for either directly instructing or overseeing the instructions of what the hell we do on set pieces.
Yeah,
how we can't score from set pieces and we concede from set pieces all the time. We're the 4th lowest scorer of set pieces, and we are the joint highest conceder of set piece goals.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable, and that's his fault. Whether it's him drilling it or not, his coaching staff, he puts together his coaching staff, he oversees training. We need to be better at that, and that's his fault, definitely.
And just deciding on we're going to do zonal marking over man marking and things like that.
Yeah.
And, there's his coaching staff are the ones that show him who you're marking on set piece and stuff.
He needs to be better at either.
They need to be better at sorting that, or they need to have a better idea of that, and fully blame him for that.
Yeah, and I don't think every substitution and first 11 that is named is the one I would have named. But things like that, where you can't say with certainty that if Greenwood plays tonight, we will win, and if he doesn't, we won't. You can't have it both ways. Things like set pieces, things like scoring and conceding from set pieces, you can say with certainty that a team as good as United's, regardless of if it's as good as Liverpool or not, should be the worst in the league at defending set pieces. You can say that with some certainty.
Yeah.
Because if you imagine, obviously he's not if Neil Warnock was the manager of Man United, we wouldn't be the worst at set pieces.
No.
We just wouldn't.
No.
Because he knows how to do it. So I think there's definitely seems to be some sort of weakness, whether it's a confidence thing from the players, because now we're halfway down this road where we've been shit at set pieces for 6 months.
And that kind of it does build up. I think there was a lot of that at the start of last season with the back four. I don't think the back four was great at the start of last season, but Mourinho just plugging into that, going, this lot are a bit shit.
These are shit. I wanted a centre back.
Eventually,
and I didn't get one.
I need a centre back. I need a centre back. That confidence is just drained out of them.
Yeah, it's like.
And Lindelof was doing very unlike Lindelof things. He was giving the ball away, and his passing was going bad. The things they were good at, they weren't doing very well. It wasn't just the things that that Lindelof's not the best in the air, but he was still getting slagged off for that.
Yeah, it's like you look at Henry VIII, right? He wanted a son. We all know Henry VIII wanted a son. He had Elizabeth. And he's going, I'm going to murder your mum because she didn't produce a son. That's what essentially Jose Mourinho did to Phil Jones. He
ruined him. Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you see, Mary Queen of Scots being killed, why are we surprised? We're not. So when people like Phil Jones, Chris Smalling don't have great games.
Do you get that kind of analysis anywhere else on the internet?
It's because
Jose
VIII, in this instance, insulted him and made him feel worthless. Absolutely unacceptable. Yeah. Unacceptable. I keep saying that wrong. Did you ever used to watch Super Nanny?
Now and again, yeah.
She used to say unacceptable. And for some reason, I've started saying unacceptable.
Did you watch a lot of Super Nanny?
I watched a hell of a lot of Super Nanny.
Super Nanny. Oh, we can't talk, can we?
I got offered an enema on Twitter the other day by one of our fans. Thanks, but no thanks.
Oh yeah, have you had a look? Someone offered to make you a theme tune for Late Night Live.
Where?
There was in the comments, and I said to them, "DM us on socials, and we'll sort it."
If you're offering to make me a theme tune for Late Night Live,
I can't
absolutely
remember who
make it.
It was in the live chat.
Oh my god, I didn't see that. I hate it when I miss good comments like that.
So you need to have a scout through the DMs on other things.
We'll do.
Because he said yes, I'll do that straight away. I was hoping. I thought he was just going to DM me.
You might have
sort it, but
No. Okay. Well, yeah. If you want to do a theme tune for Late Night Live, absolutely. Kamucho there saying divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. It should be stated that even the one that did survive is now dead. Because it was 500 years ago.
Yeah.
So let's just update it. Divorce beheaded died. Divorce beheaded died.
Eventually.
Yeah, she is dead. If you think she's still surviving to this day, you're an absolute... Neil Ashton will need to put in overtime to spin a positive out of Phil Jones playing. I said it in the team news. Phil Jones hasn't been bad every game he's played for United. He's played like 250 games. That's a guess, but it's got to be somewhere around there, hasn't it?
He's played more.
And he hasn't been bad for all of them, so there's no guarantee he's going to be horrific tonight. Update them all to dead. You could do, but it's not, it loses almost all of its
that doesn't really
poetry.
Have much of a, Phil Jones might be okay tonight. We don't know. And the thing is, he must have trained half decent just to be able to
he is in ahead of Bailly. As we kick off now, Manchester United live from Old Trafford against Burnley. Score prediction, Alex.
2-1. Oh, bad tackle early on there.
Who was that on Fred?
On Fred.
I missed that. I was looking at the comments. Is that going to be a booking, do you think?
15 seconds in. Fair play.
Bit of a hospital pass from Wan-Bissaka, wasn't it?
Done him in there.
I won't be surprised to see a booking there. Hey, Joey's back. Hi, James. I'm back. Good to see you. Could have used Bruno in mid today.
Could have used Bruno.
We could have used him for like the last 3 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
3-1, K Slater 23. How's that not a card? Yeah. I don't know.
Gone to pot since Sir Alex retired.
Yeah. I mean, he's been saving that bit of absolute gold for 6 years, hasn't he? You know what, Mel? Let me just think. No, just think. Stop.
It was right when they retired, wasn't it?
It was when Sir Alex went.
Then,
wait,
that's not been
can
good.
we look it up? Have United won a Premier League title since Sir Alex Ferguson retired? Because that would make a lot of sense.
Yep. Hang on.
No, I'm not joking. We're having a bit of a laugh. You're right. It's all been shit. It's been downhill, hasn't it? Pereira to Mata. Martial into the box. Back to Fred. That is the worst shot I've ever seen. The ball went at, 2-3 miles an hour? That's 10 yards wide of the goal.
Ambitious there.
That was poor. Very poor.
Ollie just saying, I don't know why he shoots. He's dreadful. He can't shoot, Fred.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Especially not on his right foot. He's not good enough on his left.
Because he's been so good the last few weeks. And the last probably
2 months.
2 months he's been pretty good. But he just can't shoot, the lad.
He can't. And he looked like he could for...
He scored early on in his United career.
Yeah, and who did he play for? But Shakhtar. He could score for them, but the goalkeepers in every league except
they are dreadful.
Basically England and
then
Germany.
There's the top few in the American keepers.
The goalkeepers are terrible. Have you ever seen a compilation of Bruno Fernandes scoring goals? I was in net for almost all of them. Literally
Was it like when me and you were warming up before the trial?
To the sides, arms open, going through there. What?
Was that when we were warming up for the trial?
It was like me warming up for the trial, yeah. I thought I'd go in goal for a minute. And then
because you had some goals.
I fell down once, scuffed my knee, didn't do it again. That is honestly what the goalkeepers are like. It's absolutely ridiculous. So maybe in the Ukrainian league, you could pop them in because you don't have to get them in the top corners.
No.
Offside there, lovely.
So simple.
Jones has not been the same since Fergie retired. Great, I love that. You're right.
No, you're right. Yeah.
One day he'll ping one in the top corner. One day. At what point though is it worth taking no shots? Do you know what I mean? It's like buying a lottery ticket, innit? One day I'll win it. Yeah, but maybe. Okay, first of all, you might not. But you're literally gambling with wins and losses.
10 grand in your life and you've not won.
You're gambling with wins and losses for Man United, and I'm not willing to pay that. Quite frankly, how are you guys doing today? Good. If Fernandes leaves in the summer, several clubs will be bidding, raising the price for Fernandes. So we've got to act now. Maybe, but why do we think several clubs will be bidding, and why will that raise the? What evidence do we have to suggest that more clubs will be bidding then than they are now?
That's what Mendes has said today, wasn't it?
But why? So clubs won't dare buy him in January?
I don't know.
That sounds like he's trying to pressure United into buying him now to me.
I think they should just do it though. I think we should just be daft and do it and sign him at ridiculous money right now. We just need players.
Yeah.
And he obviously is one that fits the system. Unless he's one that maybe he's not number one target. What are you saying?
Are you saying the Portuguese league isn't that great? Portugal is a kind of a strange country, really. It's like the Welsh Spain. I think you mean the Spanish Wales, but either way, great little I like that a lot. It's
Does
sort of
Wales,
like,
Wales does have a football league, yes, of course it does.
yeah,
The
Yeah, of
great
course it does.
Total Network Solutions that play in there. TNS.
Total Network Solutions.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. That could be a new sponsor for Late Night Live. Fred is a true friend. He knows even if he doesn't shoot, Andreas will. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
They're both. Yeah, but Andreas has scored like a lot of worldies now and again.
Yeah.
He does have 4 million shots for every one that goes
Yeah.
in. But he has like
The
the
difference
Southampton goal last season.
It's
was-
an interesting one because Andreas does score more often, but still not often enough. But he takes them when there are really good passing options
Yeah.
available. Fred just takes them
When he should.
to be fair, there's nothing on, but
Yeah.
he's still bad. Like, it's better to keep possession than to just lose it.
Yeah.
Whereas Andreas occasionally does score, but he often won't pass to like Greenwood or whatever when he should. Give us your score predictions in the comments then. I think people were quite optimistic in the
Yeah.
Martial's down in a ball in the
How is
centre
Fred
circle.
bad? Fred's not bad in.
No,
for
not a bad
most of
player.
the
He just
game.
can't shoot.
It's just
This
he
isn't
can't shoot.
good. Martial's like just motionless in the centre circle there, grimacing. I don't know what happened there. Did you
For
say?
fuck's sake!
Looks like he's holding what even?
Honestly, I reckon
His shin, his left ankle, maybe.
because I reckon United might need.
Look at that for a camera angle. What is the cameraman falling down a cliff? Look at that.
Oh, I hope that's not the landing. Oh, I hope it's not. It's either been stood on.
Doesn't look like a particularly bad landing.
I don't know.
Interesting. I couldn't really see what the problem was there.
If you lose
sat up.
Martial, like that's
At least you'll see
that's
Greenwood.
it.
Rooney off the bench. Yep.
Honestly, if we lose Martial, the
James
Rooney thing
Stewart.
isn't as daft as it was about 3 days ago.
No.
The Rooney thing was like proper panic stations of the day.
James Stewart there. You're not the same James Stewart from the Alfred Hitchcock films, are you? I've been watching Alfred Hitchcock films recently, and he's been in 2 of them. Famous
He's up
Hollywood
Martial.
actor.
He's all right. Don't worry. We're not signing Rooney on loan.
I think it's time we slaughter the seagull and make some nice wings.
Bit
Do you know
harsh.
what? You could slaughter it, you could take its wings, but one, you'll never take its freedom, and 2, if seagull wings were delicious, we would be eating them by now.
Oh yeah.
Because they're nothing but a massive pest, and if they tasted good, we'd be gobbling them up. They're
Ooh.
massive, aren't they, seagulls?
Yeah.
When you see one
Jacob
up close.
OC, 500 likes, and Joe was addressed the next watch along. 1,000?
500. We've only got 385 watching. Good luck.
There it is.
500,
That is
500
500 likes. Joe's no address.
I will wear a dress.
Next watch along.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know. It's only a dress, isn't it? Rooney is well past it.
He
I
is.
like is well past being one word there. I agree with you, Richard. We're only joking.
He
mate.
is, and that's the thing. There was people suggesting it last week, and I said it was ridiculous. But
Yeah.
if we lost another striker, you kind of have to go, yeah, anyone that's ever played football as a striker would do.
Yeah, like Solskjaer.
Yeah.
He can probably register himself for the club. Rooney is at a team. Although they don't pay wages, so is he technically an employee? Who knows? Does the seagull have a name or just seagull? It does have a name, but I can't tell you the name, unfortunately.
Should we?
Because it's very offensive.
If you follow him on Twitter and get it to over 400, his name might get released.
Kamucho says, that camera angle was class. In photography, we call that a Dutch angle. The cameraman is clearly an artist.
Oh.
I would say he is an artist, even if that wasn't on purpose.
Or he fell
but
over.
I think
Oh,
I think the
shut
camera
up.
fell over.
Keep it on.
Shit. We're going to switch to camera 6. I've fallen! No, too late. Keep it on. Yeah, I'll stay still. I'll just lay down. Dan James there, turning. So who's that? Who's playing on the left here?
Brandon Williams.
Why have we got no one in the box? Go on, Dan.
Good run.
Good
Well
ball.
done.
Unlucky. Dan James getting in behind the fullback there. Nice ball from Brandon Williams as well. Leicester are 2-0 up already. Oh no, 45 plus 5. So they must have kicked off at 1:45. Because they're half an hour ahead of us there. So Leicester City beating West Ham 2-0. What does the Seagulls' diet consist of? Transfers, I'll be honest, dog shit, which is disgusting.
Leftover chips.
And chippies.
Chippies.
They steal chips from old people. I like it when you see someone get attacked for their chips at the beach. It's one of the nicest things you can see. The bird formerly known as Seagull, Steven Seagull. I hate Man United, Red Devils. Cool. Cheers, Leeds United.
Is that the actual Leeds United account?
I tell you what, I like Leeds United. Obviously, you're not a United fan. Fair. You can hate Man United all you like.
Yeah,
I like how of all the watch-alongs for a team that you don't support that you stumbled across, I'm glad that it's ours. Because I didn't think we would be at the top of that list necessarily.
No, but cheers.
You know what, Leeds United? Good to have you. Nice to see you in the Championship, where you belong. Do you have a P.O. box? I really want to send you a new animal. I'm thinking the contract cobra. Is it dead? Camucho, is it dead? Because if it's not
we
dead,
need to be careful.
we do have a P.O. box, actually. What's your address, Cam?
Well, so
it
is
is
it his house?
16 Salford Flats, Salford, just near the petrol station. Is Brandon Williams going to be a starter from now on? Seems like he might be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although Luke Shaw did start against Liverpool, but so did Brandon Williams. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think there was more because he wanted the three at the back. Kind
The
of
seagull's toilet is Ashley Young's mouth.
Correct, it is.
I like Man United to win.
Wrong there, mate.
You know what, Simon?
Go on,
I like
Brandon,
Man
lad.
United to win as well. Fred,
Fred,
right foot shoots.
He still can't
blocked,
shoot.
Blocked. Right foot now. You know what? I've tried the trusty left foot, my favoured foot. Who maybe I'll score better with the foot I'm not very good with. Good idea. Martial sort of playing as a false nine almost, and he drops really deep, even when we've got the ball on the edge of the box. Holding the possession quite nicely though. Wan-Bissaka, ball in the box. Pereira couldn't get his foot around it. Out
The
for a goal
international
kick,
break bear. Quite like that one.
yes, but I don't
We
quite
needed
know.
something for the international
I get you.
breaks.
He's going to come and give us news from the international break.
Yeah.
But it's not. We haven't got an international break for a while though, have we?
Like March. I'm going to the England game.
Stupid smart weather. Who we got? We've got. Is that fun friendlies time or not yet?
Yeah.
Have we got like Brazil and that? We
Playing
usually get some
Italy.
good.
We're going to watch England-Italy, 27th of March.
Are Italy good again?
I don't. Well, they've got a couple of players.
They go a bit Six Nations sometimes, don't
Yeah.
they? Where they're just the shit one. I like Italy. They either
Leeds
win the World
United.
Cup or just don't qualify.
Leeds United, nah, bro. We deserve to be in the Premier League. Do you know who deserves to be in the Premier League? The teams in the Premier League. That's
Yeah.
usually how it works.
It works
So,
out quite nicely like that. Especially
like,
when,
if you get promoted, you get in the Premier League. and
especially when
that's-
you stay in the Championship for, I don't know, let's say 10 years.
That's a brilliant.
It's probably
ball.
fair to say you don't deserve to be in the Premier League at the moment. Not
that
that,
pass
you know
Brandon
what?
Williams just did. I try
Yeah.
5-a-side every week and just kick the floor.
Just bounce it off the board.
No, I just kick the floor instead, and it goes straight.
Ignore
outside
what
the
Phil
boot.
Jones did there because it doesn't go with our narrative that he might be good tonight. He just ran forward and the ball just bounced up and hit his head.
Yeah,
but in
Steve
a
kind
cute
of
way.
qualifies as a bear. We could dress Steve up as a bear.
What, like Bungo from Rainbow?
Yes.
We can get him on like that.
And have him
It's
as the
too big though. I
international
can't
break
hang him from some sort of fishing thread from a pipe above the ceiling, like some kind of Mission Impossible that got trapped in a buffet. Do you know what I mean? Dun 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 dun. Just lowering onto some prawn toast, biting it, going back up. Da da da. Da-da.
think
Yeah,
you
I
should.
can't do it.
No.
Got unlucky. Sorry, Steve.
Paddington Steve.
That would be great. I'd love to see him in a lovely red duffel coat. Marmalade sandwiches. I bet he don't like marmalade sandwiches, does he? Because
No.
it's vegan.
He's vegan, is he? Yeah.
No, because marmalade sandwiches are vegan.
Are they?
Well, if you don't put butter
Depends.
on, they are, yeah. Marmalade, pectin, sugar,
Steve would definitely put,
rind, juice.
definitely put butter on his sandwiches.
Yeah.
Steve is a man
What
that
about
like
can I
butter.
offer you a low-fat, vegetable-based spread?
So bad for them.
Yeah,
So
I know they're
bad
really
for
bad.
you, then.
How
So
much
bad.
has the transfer window dragged? If you're just focusing on the transfer side of it, I think it's dragged. But I
Yeah.
don't think January has dragged. What's
No.
pectin? I believe it is a thickening agent used in conserves. Sugar in fruit. There you go. Okay, pectin. Okay.
Kieran Featherstone. Does this Man United team make everyone else really, really sad? That is my good mate, Kieran.
Is
And
it?
Yeah, it is.
It just made me sad. It just makes me angry and tearful. Oh yeah, sad. Yeah, no, yeah.
Sad. Yeah,
That's
they're
it.
the
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that make you sad.
Yeah. What about the linked with Lima? Is it? Are we a zoo?
I think that's Lamar.
Oh,
Thomas
Lamar. Okay. I thought he thought that
think he's
Stretford
going-
Paddock was a place
I think
where
he's
like,
going to Arsenal. Isn't
animals
he?
were
And
kept.
then when anyone's going to a club, they just throw United in there just to like say
Yeah.
they were in for him. So that's
And
where
also,
it's-
literally down to the thing of if you put Man United in a headline on a newspaper article on a website, more people will click on that article
Yeah.
because there are so many United fans. So people stick United into transfers for every single player because it just makes them more money.
who was it that did the? Was it?
Fuck off. Oh, flags up, don't worry. Just controlling the ball on his chest, uncontended inside the 6-yard box, but he was offside.
Will we win the league before Salford City make it to the Premier League? That's a big
50-50.
50-50.
I eat raw Weetabix with honey. What do you mean by raw? No one's cooking their Weetabix, mate. No one's putting them in the oven for 20.
Have you never had a microwave Weetabix? No.
I have, but that's not the default option, is it?
No.
Transfer Tiger. We don't need it.
No, we've got a seagull for that.
The paddock is literally the best thing about this season. Thank you, Jack. Yeah. I do like Weetabix, but just when you say raw, do you mean like dry rather than raw? Because dry with honey haven't you got honey all over you? Or are you eating it still from a bowl? I would eat it like just like
unless
a snack.
he's dunking them.
Dunking them in honey.
Yeah.
Or imagine the absolute flake fest that is the bottom of that jar of honey. Jesus Christ, it looks like the Great Barrier Reef at the bottom of that honey, doesn't it? That makes me feel sick. Because one thing that's good about when biscuit like crumbs go to the bottom of a cup of tea, that both the tea and the mug are opaque, so you don't have to see it. But with honey, you ain't hiding those flakes, boy. Squeezy honey or a jar of honey? If I'm going on a picnic...
A picnic? Do you go on a picnic very often?
Well, when I'm involved in honey and I'm pretending to be Winnie the Pooh, I do, yeah. I would like a squeezy honey, but if I'm at home, I like the dunk. I like the scrape on the top of the jar and then lift up above the jar so the last drops can go back in the jar.
Hang on,
Oh!
Missed it! What, Brandon Williams done well?
Brandon Williams done really well.
Go on, Pereira.
Go on, Andreas, lad.
Good feet.
What the fuck? The ball went straight in front of Martial there, just swinging a miss with his left foot.
So close.
Should have scored there. And then who was it after him?
Mata.
Was it
Mata to Wan-Bissaka?
Oh, no, Andreas had no chance to react there.
Both of them just...
Martial just got half a toe on it. It just didn't react quick enough, did it?
Brandon Williams does...
Brandon
Williams got a corner?
No. Wonderfully, no.
That was good, though.
The movement mongoose. I like it, but movement, it's a bit loose, innit?
Yeah,
Transfer, nailed it.
Yep.
If raw is dry, then wet is cooked. Honey is a liquid. Yeah, so you ain't eating them raw if you've got honey on them because you've cooked them by virtue of the liquid honey. Look at that! Harry, the absolute Adonis Maguire, tearing his shirt with the power of his chest muscles and his mental intensity and nothing else. Surely Picnic is Yogi Bear. Adam Jacob, absolutely right. I've confused my fictional cartoon bears.
Would you rather only eat cheese for the rest of your life or eat whatever you want, but you can only have one meal per day?
Obviously, the second one, yeah.
Because it's very regular doing.
Yeah, and also how much you'd feel so sick on cheese if all you ate was cheese, and I can still eat cheese. Just one giant meal a day, easy. Can I still have water?
Yeah, throughout the day. It's not a meal.
Transfer movement mongoose seemed too long. It wasn't that I didn't understand what the movement mongoose meant. I just think it's sort of covered.
Like how the striker moved.
Oh, did you actually?
Mongoose,
okay, fair enough.
I just thought a stats thing.
It's kind of covered by the transfer seagull already. There would only be sort of, to me, unnecessary transfer rivals.
What are you doing there, Cam?
Williams to keep that in was unreal. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
What's the VAR?
Cam's doing some homework in the background there.
Doing?
Do you keep ketchup in the fridge or cupboard? Cupboard.
Oh, it's in the fridge at the minute.
Mayo?
Mayo's got to be in the fridge.
I don't keep it in the fridge, but my mum messaged me recently and told me that I should. So I do now, Mum. Thank you. What about...
It's eggs. You can't... It's eggs that have been like...
Do you keep your eggs in the fridge?
No.
Right.
I did in America, though, which is strange because that...
No, I don't keep my eggs in the fridge either.
I keep them in a basket shaped like a chicken.
In a basket. Do you not... I don't keep my eggs in the fridge, no.
No. Mayo is raw eggs. Yeah, you can't really... Yeah.
Is it raw? It's emulsified, isn't it? Which acts as some sort of... There's acidity put into mayonnaise to help emulsify the eggs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Yeah, you should keep it in the fridge. I read an article about it. I'm mistaken. Go on, lads. Good tackle there from Burnley.
What was this? Milking tea first or last? Last.
Last.
Has to be.
Yeah.
You can't make it. I was in America for 5 years.
Nice. Did you love it?
Yeah, I keep saying this. Can we not keep talking about it?
Mayo is raw eggs. Ketchup says on the bottle to refrigerate.
It does, actually.
Yeah, but... You know, you can't always just blindly go along with what it says on the bottle, I don't think.
You keep all your eggs in one basket.
You do, don't you?
I do.
Everyone does. No, I hide them around the house like a constant Easter egg hunt, but with just normal soft eggs. Keep them, one in the fridge, one like on the top shelf of the cupboard, one under the sofa. Last thing you want is an earthquake to destroy all your eggs. KFC's or Mackie D's, boys?
Well, the thing is, KFC seems like a better idea. It smells better.
It smells great.
But you're always happy. You're always more consistent after a Mackie D's. You know what you're getting. KFC can go... and
you don't always have to have a bath after a Mackie's either. Whereas KFC seems to just turn my whole body into some kind of slip and slide oil slick. Ridiculous. If you give a dog an egg in its shell, it won't break it as they can sense how fragile it is.
I've seen this on.
That's not true.
I've seen videos of this online of dogs doing this.
Okay, here's a question for you then. And this is about to get dark, and I shouldn't say it, and I'm not going to say
Come on,
it.
then.
No, I can't actually say it because it's very bad. I think that sometimes dogs don't sense the fragility of other things, and occasionally they kill things that are very fragile. So I think they might squash an egg occasionally. What's the lag on the feed in this game? Feels like the watch-alongs are 30 seconds to a minute behind. Is that a YouTube thing? Well,
it's a bit of everything.
It's a bit of everything. We've tried to minimize the latency on the streams recently. Is it still on the ultra-low latency thing, Cam? Okay.
Well, there we go. I'm streaming, so it's about 10 seconds.
Yeah, but it's about 10 seconds behind. But also, we don't have like a satellite dish. We're watching it on like a BT
Online
Sport account, so that adds a few seconds on as well. If you're watching this on like a Skybox or whatever, you're getting a more direct feed, like a satellite version. We're just getting the internet.
I work in KFC's head office management. I passed that on that YouTubers prefer Mackies.
Yeah, we're a very small sample size.
We are. Yeah. However, I reckon the office is all Mackies.
Probably, yeah. I've seen Stephen eat KFC more than I've seen him eat Mackies, though.
That is true. Yep.
My stream is so laggy. United just won a title. Enjoy it while it lasts, Matt. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yep. Your deodorant friend is silly.
Your deodorant friend is... Unless there's someone called deodorant friend.
What McDonald's drive-through condiment of choice? Is it food dependent? Barbecue sauce for me.
Yeah.
The barbecue. Which is weird because it's really the only barbecue that I really love. Most of the barbecue sauces have that either that too much of a fake smoky taste. I'm alright, I think.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I've had 2 bags of Skips. Here he is over
here.
here.
You can come and get some.
He's had 4 bags of Skips and he's desperate for more.
Yeah, so he's coming for the...
Sod KFC and Mackey's. What about Subway? It's not really. I don't think they're in the same sort of...
No, not the same kind of thing.
No. One's just like a sarnie, isn't it? I used to like Firehouse subs. Had one of them in the airport. They're really good. Loads of like meat layers and proper nice like tangy sour pickles and stuff that they have in there that you don't have in other ones. Do you have Popeyes in the UK? I don't think we do. We don't. If there's one or two somewhere, maybe it's certainly not a widespread thing. No. Why? Where are you from? Jibu John? Jibu? Am I pronouncing that properly? Yibu?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Let me find this.
How come y'all call it Mackey's and not Mickey D's like we do stateside?
I've called it Mackie D's.
Mackie D's,
but
yeah.
Mackey's is just
But
easier.
Mickey doesn't make sense, does it, really? Because it's not Mick, it's Mac. I know it's Merc.
Cameron's right.
Actually, it's Merc. So I don't know why we call it that.
Let me get this picture.
Just getting a pint full of popcorn. Matt edge of the box, has a shot. Blocked.
Fred has a shot.
Fred!
Oh,
so
really
close. Fred stopped shooting. California. Jesus said it right. Oh, California. Whereabouts in California are you from?
Where's that?
Let me know. Fred had a shot on target. He did. Favorite topping on a pizza? Defo a spicy beef man. Spicy beef man is a great Tinder bio, by the way.
We had some.
I like jalapenos and tuna.
Is Kieran Featherstone still in the stream? Jump on here a second, because I'm about to show him the picture of our 2 head coaches when we played football in Florida at Firehouse Subs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at those boys.
Look how unhappy that man
He's
is.
embraced it. Can we get on the camera? This is head coach. Well, obviously not that.
No, he's not the head. He was the assistant coach. This was Kenny. That's Kenny.
Kenny, look. Look how happy he is. Firehouse Subs, he's got the hat on, and he's loving it.
Be very careful about that thing, by the way. Just yeah, he hated it.
He absolutely hated it. But the subs are delicious. Lovely meat.
But the comparison,
meat slips.
though, is it still on focus, by the way?
Meat slappers. It's autofocus, so yeah.
Is that this guy just is absolutely loving it?
See, there he is. Look, Big Jeff.
Loved it.
Is he called Jeff?
He's called Joe. Big Joe Zach.
He looked like he called like Prozac. Fast food
Kenny
dream
Joe,
meal.
aka Sir Alex and Louis Van Gaal. They said that in a team talk once.
Did they?
I'm Louis Van Gaal.
No, they didn't.
He's Sir Alex Ferguson.
This isn't real.
It is.
Did you win a lot of games?
No, we were shit.
Yes, not surprised. Absolutely not surprised. Whereas the fireworks, Fred had a shot on target, but it was tame, wasn't it? Is that Chris Wood there? Is he still sporting that black eye? Australians call it Maccas. I know they do. Everything's shortened there. Even things that should be like official and kind of well respected. Do you know the Salvation Army? On the sign, Salvos. Have some respect. These are some of the finest pensioners in the country doing good work at,
the Salvos.
School fetes and like car shows and that. The Salvation Army are always there patching you up, and you have the audacity to call them Salvos. Disgusting. Have some class, Australia. Sorry, just got back from the US, from England, and I miss Greggs. I always go to the Greggs in Manchester Airport when you get back, and you have to call it a Greggs as well. Ooh! Nothing happened. Are we playing okay? Yeah.
It's a bit boring.
Nothing's happening.
No, nothing's happening.
It's not the worst game ever, but there's not a lot of chances, really. Quite slow. Burnley, look, they've got the ball. They've still got like 8 men within kind of 30 yards of their own box. So they've pushed out a few out now, but they're not really trying to do much. Maguire's dominating Chris Wood in the air so far. 200 million on a defence that's awful on set pieces. Again, I don't blame the personnel.
No.
Like I said before, if Neil Warnock was managing this team, which obviously he shouldn't, but if he was, we wouldn't have the worst defensive record from set pieces, would we? We just wouldn't, because certain managers prioritise certain things, and certain managers are better at coaching certain things. Like again, Sean Dyche. This team isn't better than our team, but they score more from corners and they rely on that kind of style more than us. I think we need to change how we do things. Not that I think we should prioritise that, but we need to obviously not be the worst in the league. Martial is missing Rashford. Yeah, he seems upset, bless him. I think everyone's missing Rashford, isn't it? He's been so clearly our best player this season. I think we just don't look. No one looks like they can go past a man, particularly. No one looks like they can score from any kind of distance. No one looks like they can create something by themselves or from nothing. Fast food dreamed meal. Choose the meal, fries, appetizer from 3 different fast food chains. Okay,
this is tough stuff. This
interesting. I used to like Burger King fries, but they've gone downhill.
Yeah, I'd have said Burger King fries to start with.
I like what's the burger one that is like not Shake Shack, the other one? There's like 2 that always there's 2 in America that people know.
In-N-Out.
Yeah, I think it might be In-N-Out. No, it's In-N-Out and the other one. Is it Shake Shack? They're the 2.
Shake Shack and Five
Whichever
Guys.
one of those 2 has the crinkle cut fries and it's in the airport in like Dubai and that. I like their fries a lot. They're really good. I like as a main, I'd probably go. Oh, it's tough, innit? It's real tough, guys. I like a Crunchwrap Supreme. I think they're underrated.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah, they're great. They're really good. I also do like a Zinger box tower meal. I don't know. It's too hard, isn't it? Oh no, I used to love the McChicken Premier, which hasn't been around for about 10 years. The McChicken Premier with In-N-Out fries and drink. I'll just have a Diet Blue Powerade from Burger King, please. Yours?
Chips. I have to go for the waffle chips from Chick-fil-A.
Can I just change my mind? Because my whole thing is just Chick-fil-A. It's just the fries, burger.
Fries from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they're incredible. They are. I'm having them.
Then with Chick-fil-A sauce and like a bucket of it. Go on.
Whoa!
Oh, man.
Wan-Bissaka crossing it in there. Mata not reacting in time.
Mate. One Mata just missed a sitter there, the lad.
Bruno would have scored twice by now.
You can't be sure about that.
No.
Yeah, so it's Chick-fil-A chips.
Yeah, they're great. They are incredible.
That's the first thing.
Chick-fil-A is really good. Why can't they just like gays? They've done nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. It's a hideous kind of problem that they
just
face.
Really like.
They're just very, very religious, aren't they? Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, they don't open on Sundays.
Yeah, don't open on Sundays.
Which is really, really
frustrating.
Not great.
No. Yeah, it's a difficult company to support. I've got to be honest with you, but their fries are absolutely banging. So yeah, go on then. So you got the fries from Chick-fil-A.
Probably. Do you know what? I'd go for a Big Mac. It sounds mad. I'd just go for a Big Mac.
Not even top 5 McDonald's burgers.
I don't know. It depends how fast food you go. If you go in Five Guys beats.
Yeah, for
everything.
me, Five Guys isn't
but
the same thing.
If you're going to really treat yourself, and you just want something,
a Big Mac,
I'd go for a Big Mac. Imagine that with Chick-fil-A, and I'd have also the Chick-fil-A nuggets as like my starter as well.
I've only been to Chick-fil-A once, but it was incredible. And that was in the airport in America. Favourite form of spicy food? I like a spicy curry. I like anything dipped in hot sauce. I love buffalo wings, good ones. I like jalapenos on pizza. I know they're not that spicy, but it's still a spicy food. My mum can't eat it. Too spicy for her. Popeye sandwich, better than Chick-fil-A. Never had the Popeye sandwich.
I've not, but this all kicked off last year, didn't it? Like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Are a proper...
Do you guys have the chicken Big Mac? No.
No.
Or is that like two chicken patties with like a bread in between or something? That sounds wonderful.
GBK. How are you mentioning burgers and not mentioning GBK? They've just ballooned it over the bar.
What's GBK?
I don't know what GBK is.
Good Burger King. Mackey's chips are the perfect balance of salt, tastiness, and moistness. Yeah, but they're inconsistent. Sometimes you get really good ones. Sometimes they're just like floppy and dry.
Ever tried the Impossible? I've tried an Impossible Burger.
Really?
And it wasn't that good.
Was it not?
Bad things about it all.
I've never tried one.
It's just like all the dodgy oils made together to make a burger. I don't think it's actually...
It's not great for you.
No. Just...
Popeye's sandwich is overrated. That's according to Brian McDonald. Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
Oh.
I've seen that. I've never had it.
Is that not just like there, next to...
No.
One right? Is that not Gourmet Burger Kitchen?
I don't think so. That's called like Handmade Burger Company, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Not the one right like at the end of that street there when you go in.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had it anyway.
No, neither have I.
Oh, damn it. Ignore me. Potatoes. What? I will ignore that.
Mackey's chips lack actual potatoes.
Yeah.
They're
not.
very
Sometimes
good,
they're a bit rubbish, but sometimes they're good though. That's the problem. Inconsistent, like Man United season, like Sean Michael Smith said there. Very good point. This game's been dull, hasn't it?
It's been. It's kind of what, but this is the problem with us. We've not got anyone that's
exciting.
Can just make something out of nothing.
See, we've got here. Let's have a look at the game for a minute.
Yeah. Because even Rashford, that's not his. Rashford is someone that works on. He's not someone that's just going to pick the ball up and go right. Great ball from Pereira.
Great ball. See, he's good at
He's
stuff
good
like
at
that.
daft things like that. But
Wan-Bissaka going around the outside, chipping the ball in the box. Lovely cross in, hang in. Oh, Dan James winning his header against his defender somehow. Nick Pope just tipping it over. Yeah, was someone coming in behind him there? Wan-Bissaka did fantastically well there.
Dan James, if he leaves it, Pereira's got it.
I think it's an uncomfortable height for Pereira if Dan James does leave it. It looks like it was coming kind of waist height. Good ball in from Mata. United can't win the header there, and Pope will collect it as well. Never seen Wan-Bissaka create so many chances.
He's looked a lot better.
I think he's progressively looked better as the season's gone on, to be honest.
I think it's a lot better. I think the thing with Wan-Bissaka is that we've not got someone that's going to make a bad cross into a good cross. He's not got someone that's going to attack a ball. We've not got a striker that's going to do that.
No.
So whilst his crossing's not great, I just think you have to put the perfect cross on for our strikers to kind of do it. They want everything in feet. That's a good ball.
That's a good ball indeed.
Oh,
where we go. Gourmet Burger Kitchen or Primo still nowhere near as good as Bread Meets Bread. Great name for a burger, by the way.
Bread meets bread.
Bread meets bread. Burger. That's what burger is, isn't it?
I like it.
And it's meats as in MEATS, not MEEEETS. Camucho, AWB, cut the cake. What? Cut the cake. He does cut the cake for me. Cut the mustard as well. McDonald's 2 double cheeseburgers, or a double Chesney as I call them, medium fries. Oh. No, I don't want to drink with that. I've got water in my car. You are? I did see
just
that.
Ignored that.
Sorry. Martial headed the ball over. Easy. Did he? He did, didn't he? Oh, Martial was...
Oh, wow. What a tackle that is.
I was too busy reading about the double Chesney. Is that from something, by the way? No, thanks, I've got water in my car.
What a tackle that is.
I've heard that.
It's a good tackle, but he takes that a second touch.
And also the second touch is poor, he needs to just get that out very quickly.
United family, this is rubbish. It is a bit, isn't it?
It is. Get Mackey's chips without salt, they make a new batch and you can salt yourself. Interesting. Does sound like a long way round.
I don't want to be that guy at Mackey's, though, to be honest. No. Usually, it was like it was yesterday at 12:30 at night. After a few beers, you don't want to be...
Who was it? Is it Steve that says, get a pizza with extra cheese, and that way they have to make it you sell. They have to same principle. Get a pizza with double cheese or double sauce or something.
Double sauce makes sense.
And they have to make a new one because you can't add sauce to a pizza that's already been made. So you're definitely getting a fresh one. But then you do have a pizza that's absolutely swimming in tomato sauce. So, what's the point? Where's Howson? Let's say that comment says. He's at the game.
He's at the game.
Yeah.
And that person's done that quite a few times. Cameron, can you just block that one?
Cute. Goat curry Jamaican. Is that a food
the
you
goat
like?
curry from what's it around the corner is quite good.
Jerk Shack.
Jerk Shack.
I've never actually eaten at Jerk Shack.
You've never.
No, I've never been there, and that's where people have gone.
Yeah.
Don't get lost in the sauce. Nice.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It seems that Martial is just going through a lack of confidence in front of goal. It's not like he's not scoring, though, is it? He's got 11 goals this season. He's doing all right. Have you ever tried shrimp on pizza? Not as bad as it sounds. I've had it a few times.
Shrimp pizza.
Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's those really small prawns that are like that big, and they're overly fishy, and they get dry and weird and hard, and then it's not good at all. But I like anchovies on pizza. I like tuna on pizza.
I've had duck on pizza before.
That sounds good.
So and they had hoisin. It was like a Chinese base.
Was it
hoisin
Crazy
sauce.
Pedro's?
No, it was at
I've
a
had
place in Sale that I used to go to.
Was it?
It's now not there.
He's only scored 1 goal without Rashford in the team.
That's a stat and a half.
That's tricky, isn't it?
That's a good stat.
Yeah.
That lad that was slagging us off the other week saying Martial's more important than Rashford.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah.
I think it's one of them. They both of them together helps each other.
Of course. Yeah, the more good players you have in the team, the better everyone looks. Best lunchbox food when you're in school. Oh, it's tough. That I used to have a lot of ham and ketchup sandwiches, or ham, cheese, and ketchup if Mum was feeling a bit, generous. Either ham and ketchup, cheese and ketchup, or ham, cheese, and ketchup. But the most valuable, a BN was good. Do you remember BNs?
Oh, BN. Little smiley face.
Little smiley face, sort of chocolate-filled sandwich biscuit.
I used to love a wagon wheel, to be honest.
Wagon wheels, they were pretty high bartering techniques.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else was...
Brandon.
Oh! Brandon, what the shit, man?
Pereira's fucked it.
Pereira hit the back of his legs. I'll tell you what was also a very highly priced commodity in the school lunchbox was Pringles in the little Pringle box.
Oh, you had one of them, didn't you? Yes,
I didn't have one. I never had one.
You never had one of them?
Could never get my hands on them, mate. They sold out all across town, mate. Those little Pringle boxes.
Did you have one of them, Cam?
So your mum puts
know
like
what you're talking
12
about,
Pringles in a little box for you. Dairy Lee Dunkers, Midget Gems.
Oh, I just asked Cameron.
Dairy Lee Dunkers were very rare.
Dairy Lee Dunkers were
if you come to my school with some Dairy Lee Dunkers and you've got the breadsticks ones, not the crispy tubes, get out, and you don't even get to take your sats because you're a disgrace.
Hang on, the crispy tubes I missed that bit.
The crispy tubes are way better than the breadstick.
Yeah, like the flavoured crispy tubes. Yeah, they were.
If you turn up with the breadstick ones, we don't want you on our exam results, so you're going to be leaving around Christmas, I'm afraid, because you're only going to bring us down if you could be so stupid as to bring those in.
Cheese string.
Cheese strings, fantastic. Remember the pizza flavoured cheese strings? They had a little oregano and tomato flake sort of dancing through them like the word Scarborough on a stick of rock. Absolutely wonderful they were. Blue Ribbon Bar.
Yeah.
Do you know what? They were good, but if you brought them in, it was a classic sign that you lived with your grandma. So people didn't often trade for them.
However, a Jaffa Cake, that was that year.
Jaffa Cake bars were good as well.
Yeah.
I like a Jaffa Cake bar because they're the exact same size as the human tongue. So you can just go like, Jaffa Cake bar on top, close, eat in one. Fantastic.
Winders. Fruit winders.
I got a fruit winder once and there was 2 in the pack. 2 in 1. I don't know if that just meant that both weighed half of what one winder should weigh, but as far as I was concerned, I got 2 winders.
By the way, if you've never watched us before, this is
how it goes.
This is how it goes.
Gold bars were the best.
Oh,
Burnley have scored. Fuck me.
for fuck's sake.
Unbelievable.
Set piece. Who'd have thought
No,
it?
it wasn't.
It was.
Of course it was. Free kick. Ball in. Chris
VAR,
Wood. The person
maybe?
we've literally been talking about
VAR,
for
no,
what?
anything? No? All right.
All week. The only person that it seemed like might be able to score against us, and the only way it seemed like they might be able to score has happened. Chris Wood, set piece, fuck off. What? Of course. Who's marking them at the back post there?
Maguire's nowhere near anyone here. Matic loses the header.
Yeah, Matic loses his man.
Is it Matic?
Matic loses the header.
No, the
Maguire
first
loses
header is
his man.
Matic loses that header. And Maguire's not good enough there. Maguire needs to be close to him.
Who wins that? Maguire just gets nudged.
Yeah, Phil Jones got left with him.
And then the ball just goes near post. I mean, Maguire's goal side, but he's not tight enough.
Baby Bells are good, aren't they?
Yeah, they were really good, yeah. Fuck's sake. Anyone ever took lemonade? No. I never trusted people who took fizzy drinks to school. Primary school, anyway. Shit, innit? Monster. People used to sell those like Poundland energy drinks at secondary school.
Emerge.
This is poor, innit?
Yeah, it's a bit shit.
Emerge, or my mate drinks a lot. When he goes to the gym, he always drinks Explosade, which is like an explosion and a sort of
And a heart
Lucozade.
attack, all in the same thing.
Yeah, very poor by Maguire. It was, wasn't it? Oh, this is mental, isn't it?
Whole back four.
I thought it was 2-0. I was so certain it was going to be 2-0 because I thought the only way they can
just had a
score.
feeling they were going to score.
The only way they can score is a set piece and Chris Wood. And I thought, you know what we'll do? We'll spend all week, or the days we've got this week, counteracting that. We haven't, and that's exactly how they've scored.
It was a good finish.
Yeah,
We've
missed about 3 clear chances, and they scored their first. Yeah, sums up the season, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
We create
not
chances,
wide.
miss them, and then concede.
And we're not creating consistently good chances.
Yeah.
It's a lot of half chances that should be. It's just not good enough.
Yeah. My mate got in a fight because another mate was selling. Selling what? Hopefully
hoping
we're
just
still
sweets and
talking
drinks.
about schoolyard. There was a point when at the top of Worksop where I'm from, there's a shop that used to sell like very close to being out of date sweets, and there was what I would what can only be described as an absolute. It was kind of like, do you know you used to see those queues for like bread and milk and stuff during like the Great Depression? The queues to buy chiclets, the little imported chewing gums that came in a little box, a paper box full with 2 chiclets in. The queue to buy them was absolutely round the block. It was incredible. And you could get a big box of them for like £4. You're selling them at 50p a piece, literally making money hand over fist. I don't know what that means, but I'm scared. Hello, Man United.
Hello. We are Man United.
Brandon Williams chipping the ball in the box, easily collected by Pope. Folly 4 says Dog Muck United. That's a very Alan Partridge insult there. Caramel Freddos were the 1.15p, but that extra 5p meant everything. Yeah, they were great. Caramel Freddos were really good. And I used to like the yellow packaging on them as well. Is this guy ever talk about football? Yeah.
We did talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Not when it's crap, though, like this. It's usually when we're scoring goals and stuff.
Yeah. Tottenham have just conceded.
Yay.
Cool.
So everyone's just as bad as this.
Don't read that.
No, we're not doing it.
Whereabouts is Workshop? It's Worksop. So take the H out.
That way.
It's Midlands. Sort of. It's not that far away. It's only like an hour and a half away from Manchester. By car.
How's the match been? Pretty crap, to be honest.
It's not. I mean, we've been easily the better team. We've made a few good chances. They've made 1 chance from a set piece, and we've conceded, as you would expect. So yeah, it's been shit. But they've not looked good. Burnley haven't looked good. They've just done exactly what you would think they'd do, and spring a goal on us from a set piece. Brilliant.
What did you get from the chippy, Joe?
I get fish chips and then peas and curry sauce, and I'll have the peas on the plate and I'll dip into the curry sauce. What do you get?
I go
haddock,
meat and potato pie, chips and gravy.
Really?
Yeah. I've no, yeah.
Pereira with a shot.
Shockingly.
Oh, did it go in? No. Marshall is not a proper number 9, not clinical enough. Doesn't get in the box when it counts.
Yeah, I think against a lot of teams you don't need that person. And if that Tottenham equalised or
no, Pookie's just scored against Tottenham.
Yeah, so like for a lot of time you don't need him like that. Well, I think the way he wants to play, he's not going to be needed. But when we're playing the game with a 95% possession and no one that can put a decent ball in,
I know
you need someone.
Not
that's
only do we not have anyone that can put decent balls in, we don't have anyone that can convert decent balls anyway. So we either need to change the way we play a little bit. Because it's remarkable how many crosses we put in, and we never score from crosses. Well, the last time I can think we scored like from an uncontested, or not even an uncontested header, a contested header from a cross. Pereira shot saved. was that Rashford one the other week.
Yeah.
And I can't think of any since or before.
Martial had one last week. Last week.
Manchester United is a coupon for now. Very interesting sentence.
Yeah.
Not
quite sure where to go with it.
Mostly because it makes little sense.
But, fair play to you.
Yeah, thanks for getting involved. Any thoughts on why Greenwood didn't start? Probably thought that this was the best chance of scoring and winning, and maybe wanted to save him as a sub. Not sure.
Yeah. At least we've got him to bring on.
Yeah, Levitt and Garner on loan. Not sure.
Not
I'm surprised we haven't seen them on the bench in recent games, to be honest, especially with how thin we've been in midfield. But I thought Garner's been good when he's played. I thought Levitt, to be honest, I like the look of Levitt even more. Not that I've seen enough of either of them to really comment on their quality, but from what I've seen of Levitt, I like how he just turns the ball over nicely, keeps possession well, something that we struggle to do.
So poor.
Pereira just passing the ball to a Burnley player there. I'm from Notts, West Bridgeford represent. The same county as me. So, how many? If you're from West Bridgeford, let us know in the comments. There's got to be you're the only one, Stark, I think. Jones playing like Nesta. Yep. More Nesquik than Nesta, I'd say. But not bad. He's not been bad. Jones has done all right. United generally defensively have done all right. They've just made one lapse in concentration and were punished. That's how it goes, isn't it?
This game shows why you should trust the process. This game shows why we should start the process and sign some people.
Yes. Don't think Greenwood is physically strong enough to start against Burnley, but definitely sub him on at some point. Yeah, I think we will sub him on at some point. 45-34 gone now. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Another set piece to Burnley. This is scary looking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good.
It's like literally the exact same spot that the first goal was scored from as well.
Why don't they just put? Oh no, they're just giving it.
Interesting that they haven't put it in. Can United win it this time? Yeah. Matic
I think
nodding it away. Matic nodding it away at the back post there. Pereira waste of a squad number. Bit rude. Throwing for Burnley, but they're sort of refusing to take it. There's a minute left before half time then. Looks as though it's going to be 1-0.
I don't think he's
heading into half time. Tricky.
I don't think it's a waste of squad number, but he shouldn't be starting every week. That's the problem.
Yeah. But again, who do we have to play ahead of him?
No,
maybe Mata at 10,
maybe
Greenwood on the right. Maybe a bit more dangerous. No fake scores. Yeah. Not only can we not have fake scores, obviously react to goals and stuff, but if it's clear that we haven't seen a goal going yet, and other people in the comments haven't, try not to ruin the score for people. I know it's tempting people want to chat and get involved in that. Ball in the box, punched away by De Gea. But yeah, certainly don't put scores in the comments that aren't real. Thanks.
Yeah.
You know what this match needs? Jude Bellingham, obviously. Yeah, maybe this match in 4 years when he's like 20, that might be good.
It's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? That. Well, it's not odd because I think it's a good decision to sign him.
30 million is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, but I know. And
you could get Danny Drinkwater for that. Oh wait, maybe it's not that much. Half time.
No.
Man United 0, Burnley 1. Chris Wood, obviously. Set piece, obviously. Solskjaer looks fuming.
Yeah.
It's not been a great half, has it? Can we win this?
Of course we can.
Man United must buy new players, more cheap with good skills. Yeah.
Just not.
I'll take that.
It's just not that easy.
Any news on Bruno? No. The news is expect more talks.
It's a bit foggy.
Yeah, Old Trafford looks like something from Lord of the Rings. You know when Gollum's guiding them through those like marshlands?
Yeah. So that was a bit.
It's like that.
That was a bit crap, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit crap. First off, Pereira's again just been, let's face it, crap.
The whole team's been wasteful, I think.
Yeah. Pereira's been very poor. Martial's been wasteful in front of goal. Wan-Bissaka's looked quite good offensively. I think Phil Jones, I'm only bringing him up because people thought he'd be terrible and he's been all right.
He's been. The thing is, they've not really been challenged, have they? No. Because they've not had anything.
They've done anything.
They've not done anything apart from one decent cross, and that's it.
Any news on Cavani? Looks like we need him for the headers. I think he's probably going to Atletico, to be honest. It seems they're more interested than us.
And I half agree with the Cavani thing. Like everyone's saying he's not going to be that much wages. He is. He's going to be the daft 250 grand a week, even if it is for just
he's at a point in his career where he's had multiple contracts of sort of increasing value.
He's at PSG as well, who don't pay. Like they're paying 200 grand a week. Kegsy, still really,
Herrera,
really
who
sad.
don't even play for him.
Yeah, for Herrera, who's like second choice, so it's just poor. But like we've missed a few sitters. Martial's had the chance. It was a good tackle, but a better touch, which is what Martial's good at. When we score, Mata's had a bit of a sitter he's missed as well.
Yeah.
But
someone said, "Live watch the Titanic, fewer tears." Is that as in we are watching the ship sink now and we don't realise it, so we're not crying? Is that
we've
what that
had
means?
a bit of a laugh.
Because if that's what it means, yeah.
We've had a bit of a laugh. We talked about
I think we have had a laugh.
takeaways instead.
Yeah.
Much better than
I like to think it's more of a sort of a poetic way of talking about United as a club rather than us as presenters. That's the way I'm taking it anyway. And I'm allowed to do that. Is Andreas good at all? He made a lovely pass out to Wan-Bissaka, didn't he? That we commented on.
There's glimpses of... There's something... I've said, I reckon he's mint in training. I reckon, he looks quality. But, oh my God. The decisions he makes, he shoots a lot. I mean, what was it Freddie said? Can we repeat what Freddie said in the other day about what Pereira is?
No.
If you...
Well, go on.
If you translate Pereira into chatting up a bird into a bar, he'd now be called a sex pest.
Yeah, you'd be like, come on, mate.
Mate, it's time for you to leave now.
Yeah. That's what him shooting is like.
Yeah, he's just like, it's a bit too often now, and it's not coming off.
He is selfish when he shouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah. Why doesn't United have the setup we have?
What was the question?
Why doesn't United have one stand on the halfway line on corners against? I don't know. I think when you've got Dan James, have him as far up as you can, as wide as you can, because you know that they have to leave two back, maybe even three, because they know as soon as we get the ball, we can just hoof it up from him. And
I don't get that. But that's, again, though, that one person on the halfway line is a tactic I saw every single corner taken during my footballing career at Sunday League level.
Yeah.
So is that something that elite coaches think doesn't work?
I don't know, because there's still teams that do
they
it.
overlook it?
I think Liverpool do it.
It's like putting players on the post, same thing. Like it's every single corner you see taken at any level below professional, there is a person at least on the front post, usually both posts, right? And then some professional teams do it, and then some don't. Some things just seem like they're obviously sort of amateurish, but then teams do it. Teams leave players up. Teams leave players on the post. I'm never quite sure about stuff like that.
Teams do very different things. And the one thing you've got to look at as well is that, yes, this isn't working.
Yeah.
But they aren't just not doing it, and they aren't just not training it in the week. They obviously are. They are doing these things.
Yeah.
They do some kind of set pieces, but maybe they're just so nervous, or there's something happening, and they know that.
It takes so few things for a team not to be good.
Yeah,
it really doesn't take many problems. It takes a lack of confidence, one player being out. I keep saying it, but look at City. They are literally a Laporte. For the difference between City being a team that gets 99 points to being only as good as Leicester is an injury to Laporte.
Yeah.
That's it. So, you look at United, whose team isn't that good anyway. Now we're missing Pogba. Now we're missing Rashford. Now we're missing McTominay. Yeah. And they haven't got much confidence because they're not used to winning, and they haven't been used to winning for 6 years. Of course, we're not very good.
Yeah.
The fact that we're fifth isn't that? I mean, is a poor position to be in for United. But if you actually look at the situation we're in, it's not the end of the world. We're through to the next round of the Europa League. We're in the semi-final of the Carling Cup, which the Carabao Cup, which admittedly we're going to go out of, but we got to the semi-final. We're in the fourth round of the FA Cup. It's not the end of the world. It's not horrendous, but it's just it's just not fun to watch, is it?
Hold on. Pep would come out and say he wants players, and Pep has said, no, I don't need any players multiple times, and has played Fernandinho and at centre-half all year. Yeah.
And also, Ole hasn't kept his mouth closed. He's come out and said, we're looking for players. We're trying to improve the team. But we think the team's to get better. When players become available, we'll sign them. He keeps saying that.
Does anyone in the comments here publicly go out every week and slag off their boss in front of people?
In front of their boss?
In front of their boss. On TV. For as much as I don't think Ollie's doing the right things, there's a few things that aren't going very well, and I completely agree. We need someone to sort this out, and you know what? He might have got things wrong today. Maybe should have started Greenwood.
But
maybe
Greenwood wouldn't have stopped Burnley scoring that free kick, by
There's
the way.
many things, but does anyone here sit in front... You do, Matt. Do you do it? Yes, Matt, you sit in front of a press conference in front of millions of people and say...
My boss isn't doing his job.
Me, but I run my own company. Exactly. No one sits here and says... My boss is a bit shit. He's being a wanker and not doing what I want him to do. That's... It's crazy.
Yeah. Pereira can't look good anyway. He's too slow with making a decision. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I think the only reason we're not seeing Lingard playing is because he seems that Ole seems pissed off at him. Me.
I don't think he's good. I don't think it's good
there's
on
an
him
issue
right now.
there. There's a problem.
Carl, I do now, but I'm unemployed. See?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like you see people tweeting stuff where they're like, "For fuck's sake, my boss is making me stay late again. What a prick!" And you get sacked.
And literally, the reason Mourinho got sacked is because he started saying stupid shit in press conferences.
Yeah,
that's why it all started tumbling.
Anyway, the Sebson with the super chat. Thank you very much. Just a few more transfer windows till we can beat Burnley at home, and they didn't score in the first half in the 11 previous games.
They did beat.
Whether it's first half or not, they just beat Leicester.
They did beat Leicester.
They're not very good. Burnley aren't very good. We should be able to beat them.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but
they're
still a Premier League football team.
Yeah, it's tough. We need
we're
to
being
a
bit shit,
at home,
but
of course.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's,
this isn't a good game.
No.
Players ain't good enough. Yeah, exactly.
Maguire is poor. No, Maguire's been poor in that game. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I don't think he's been bad. Let's have a look at some of the
Kegsy
stats.
said, "My boss is technically the Queen." Yeah, you can't really slag her. Well,
why do you work for?
He's a copper.
In the army? Oh,
he's a copper. Yeah.
There's the stats. Look, Burnley 9 shots. What?
When did that happen?
Seem...
Never.
Anyway, 68% possession United, 9 key passes, only 2 key passes from Burnley. I thought a key pass is any pass that leads to a shot. How can you have 2 key passes and 9 shots with 4 on target?
Because they just shot from without making a pass. Just
I don't
know.
Kicks
Someone's running, yeah.
No yellow cards, 3 call.
Yeah.
United have held all the ball.
Pass
Burnley
accuracy.
Have had one
Pass
chance
accuracy.
to score it.
79%. 68% possession.
Yeah, mental.
It's back to we're just no good at this.
Harry slagged off his boss. Him and his wife got sacked. I think it was
in a way, yeah. I don't
think that's quite right, but yeah, close. 9 shots. That does seem a lot to me. Burnley. It didn't feel like 9 shots. They certainly haven't been applying any pressure to United, as you can see from the possession stats there. The 11 shots United have had, most of which have been from Fred and Pereira. Greenwood and Jesse need to come on second half. Maybe, yeah.
I think there's going to be a change. I don't think it's going to happen at half-time. I think he's going to give them 15 minutes to see if... Because we have controlled it... Oh, Greenwood's warming up. So what I was about to say was completely wrong. Because we have controlled the game, and for as much as we've not been great, we have created a couple of chances and just not taken them. But no, it looks like Greenwood's coming on. He's warming up at half-time, so... People
slagging off the zonal marking there. That wasn't zonal marking. Matic contested that header and just lost it. And then Maguire wasn't close enough to his man. I don't think that was zonal, either of those things. I think it was obviously zonal against Liverpool. But it seems as though we do a combination of zonal and man marking, because Van Dijk did have Brandon Williams and Fred chasing him in.
Well, that's it. It is a bit of a thing. But it is a combination. But the zones that we have where people are stood, the people who are marking the zones rather than the players are Harry Maguire, the guys that...
Yeah.
Are the bigger team. Joe says it's going to be 7-1 to United. Did you say that?
No, I didn't say that.
I don't think so.
Maybe I did. Jesse has scored 3 goals in 5 seasons. That's not true. That isn't true.
It's not true.
He scored more than that in the last 5 seasons. No imagination. Yeah, we need to win this game. Golden opportunity to close the gap. But there was a great post on Reddit earlier today that detailed all of the times when the teams fighting for top 4 or that were above us in the top 4 race dropped points that we failed to capitalise on it. It's been 8 times this season where we've had a chance, or as the weekend panned out, we could have gained points on the top 4 and we either drew or lost those games. It's happened 8 times already this season.
Which
and
isn't
looking
good.
as though it could happen again now.
I saw it, yes. I was with our Chelsea fan producer last night.
He's not a Chelsea fan, really, because he don't watch any games. He don't care about the players. He's not really bothered.
When they dropped points last night, I say it's bang on that we're going to draw tomorrow at least.
Yeah.
But, no. That's why why aren't you 2 top Reds at the game? Because I'm poor.
Yeah, I can't afford a season ticket, unfortunately.
I'd
love to have a season ticket. Can't afford one.
I'm poor. So.
Yeah. I hear the shouts on Pereira, but he's coming along. I don't necessarily think he is coming along. Not that I haven't seen much evidence that he's getting much better, personally. Remember when Lingard was mint under LVG? Yeah, me too. I remember that too. There was a period under Solskjaer where he was very good, and a period under Mourinho when he was very good as well.
He's had some very good
Yeah, Jesse got 12 goals in the last 2 seasons, 0 this season. Yeah, 0 this season.
Yeah.
But someone said he
It's
had
not
3
great.
goals in the last 5 seasons,
Yeah, so
which obviously isn't true.
2 outlets say Burnley have had 3 shots
Yeah,
and 1
where do you get your stats from?
Who made that?
Where do you get your stats from?
Was it Dom?
Can we check that? Can we check the stats
so
from
our
the first
graphic
half?
designers.
Google says 3 shots to Burnley, 1 on target. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Dom got 9 shots, 4 on target from.
That's just wrong.
Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, but it didn't seem like it was that many, did it? Alisson has more assists than Lingard at Old Trafford
That's
in the last
not true
year.
either. Sadly,
Is that not true?
No,
Or is
because they played at Anfield last week,
it 1?
not Old Trafford.
Yeah, but in the last
He said
year.
at Old Trafford, and they didn't score last time they were at Old Trafford. It was 0-0.
So there you go. Maybe true, maybe
If
not.
you're gonna slag him
Doesn't seem
off,
true.
make sure you get your facts right.
Thing about Pereira is he shouldn't be starting every week.
Yep,
Of
exactly.
course. Who should go off for Greenwood? I would say Pereira. Bring Mata into the 10. Put Greenwood on the
I
right.
think so.
Do you guys think Bruno will come? I'm starting to think no.
I was this morning. I was like,
was
it's
certain.
still going to happen. I thought it might just be last day of the thing.
Everyone's saying that the stats are all wrong. Don't know what's happened there,
Yeah.
lads.
They've had an absolute Lionel Blair.
Absolute, yeah, exactly. Most seasons we would be 9th or 10th with our points total. Yeah, but you can't say that, can you? Because most seasons when United finished,
Yeah, but we're not.
yeah,
But
we're not 9th or 10th.
Liverpool would have won the league last year in any other league.
Most seasons,
but they
Liverpool
didn't.
would have won the league last year. There you go. And when we got 81 points, I think that would have won the league
As
7
the
or 8
great
seasons.
Gino De Campo says, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So,
she doesn't.
Yeah.
See?
Because there's a quite strong league, good teams, people that drop a lot more points than they used to. We're 5th.
Yeah.
Should Martial move to the top and have Greenwood up top? Move to the left and have Greenwood up top? Maybe.
I don't know. I think Dan James plays better from the left, though.
Yeah.
I
would bring Pereira off, I think, and put Mata on, but I wouldn't be surprised to see,
see.
Mata coming off. I wouldn't be that surprised to see Martial coming off, to be honest, because I don't know if he's injured, but he's looked. He had that long spell laying on the centre circle, and he's not looked great first half to me.
no, not at all. Angel Gomez coming on. Angel Gomez, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about Angel. He's not played enough games for me. He's not looked that. He's looked good in the odd touch here and there, but I don't watch the I don't watch the under-23s much. But when I speak to Dave Pretty, who watches loads of the games, watches every single game.
Yeah.
He says he just hasn't been that good this year.
No, it's not been a good year for Gomez.
There's a lot of people saying he'd make the difference, but I don't think we'd be winning the league if we had Angel Gomez playing every week. It's not going to make that big of a difference.
Cool.
Should we sign David Wheater from All Athletic?
Don't know.
Not seeing much of David Wheater, but to be honest,
there used to be a play called some Wheater from years ago. Is that
not a striker? Was not a centre half?
No, there's more than one.
Can Greenwood be the solution at the number 10 position? To be honest, maybe, but there's not. He needs to play in the other positions as well.
Super chat, definitely Jake Wheater's dad. Probably. Second half FC, come on. Greenwood's coming on. Looks like Greenwood.
Yeah, hopefully. Good second half.
Will, can we get a refresh on the stream as well, just in case we've lagged behind a bit? Because we seem further behind now than we did at the start. Checking out the. You are? I know, but sometimes it slips behind, doesn't it?
Why haven't we tried playing Mata in the David Silva role? Because we don't have Kevin De Bruyne and Fernandinho next to him.
There's a lot of things missing for anyone to be any sort of David Silva role in this team. Yeah. Unless he just means get him a hair transplant, in which case, give it a go. Gomez is coming on. Who's going to score the 2 goals? Martial's capable of scoring. Greenwood's capable of scoring. We've seen Dan James has scored a few as well. I think we can get goals. Which players are we missing the most? I think Rashford and Pogba. And McTominay.
I think Pogba is consistently, but I think right now, if you just to get one of them back, I think McTominay is the one. Pogba is the one.
Yeah.
But I think we've missed McTominay a lot.
Yeah.
I think I don't think Matic would have even played at all.
No, Matic hasn't been anywhere near first choice, has he, this season up until these injuries? So, that's all we can ask for, really. Right, second half's kicked off then. 46 minutes gone. 1-0 Burnley, obviously. The hair transfer Seagull got any news on that transplant? No, we haven't got a hair transfer Seagull, unfortunately.
No,
a big hairy seagull flying around. Jason Seagull, maybe.
Just the second half of that question. And Bruno will adapt to the Premier League. If he comes, that's a big question. You don't know, because from the bits I've seen of him, he's not like the strongest, he's not the biggest guys.
No.
And come straight into midfield. It could take some time, as you know, we're all talking as well as if Bruno Fernandes will come in and will just be 10 times better. He might take a bit of time to fit, to get up to the pace of the Premier League. He might get a bit of time.
Do.
So, yeah. Oh, did we...
Super chat from Preem Prodigy.
Yeah, no point debating the same points. All for players, bar the odd exception, abysmally coached. Not sure why we expect anything else. The abysmally coached bit is...
We don't know, do we?
We don't know.
Yeah.
The other thing, but you're right. They aren't very good players. Like that's why there's no point. You're gonna say there's no point debating it, which is why we talked about McDonald's and KFC for a lot of that first half. Because
we've seen what we're
we've
seeing.
Seen what we're seeing. We've seen this. There's not a lot more you can say about it other than we need players. Then you can potentially judge how badly they're being coached. If you've got Fred's fallen over.
Did Fred handball that then?
Oh, if that cup, I hope not.
Oh,
De Gea does well there. De Gea did really well.
Yeah, Fred fell over in the box and looked like he kind of handled the ball, but De Gea won the ball in the air and got flattened.
Yeah.
Sort of legs taken out from under him. Are we negotiating for anyone else other than Fernandes?
I don't think so.
It seems like Bellingham maybe, but
I think we're going to have to sign a striker. I think there's going to have to be.
Sorry for yawning.
It's all right. I'm eating popcorn.
Yeah, we have to. M. Night Shyamalan twist. Joe is the transfer seagull. No, absolutely not. There's someone else. There's other forces at play.
No one really knows who the transfer seagull is, do we?
No, Stephen was asking again today who it was.
Was it?
Yeah. If Burnley beat us, I'm taking up Bowles. Did you see that wicked Bowles shot today? Never have I seen one ball roll closer to another ball and felt so excited about it before.
Oh, that was a bit dodgy.
De Gea trying his best to give the ball away there, and that's a clear foul on Mata, just because the word Leicester has popped on the screen.
Good old Kieran Featherstone. De Gea still the best in the world, or is Dean Henderson our number one next year? We said when we did our transfer, the stick or twist video, I said this the other week. I said, I think it's a big question. I think if there's still these little mistakes De Gea keeps making, and if Dean Henderson keeps doing what he did like he did last night against City, and making outstanding saves and looking a bit more confident on the ball as well, I think there's got to be a question.
Yeah.
He could also, the way Pickford's been playing, he could very easily be England's number one by the end of this season.
Yeah, I think, and also, even just here tonight, Pope.
Yeah.
Who's been excellent.
So I think
Nick Pope.
I think Henderson could very much be, and I think that's the question. They have to make that decision. I think it's going to have to be a case of either De Gea is going to get sold and moved on straight away.
Yeah.
Oh, just almost stood up.
Or do you just bring him in for? Would you bring him and have them both playing together for a season and try to bring Henderson in that way? Also, get another year out of De Gea's contract.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Henderson's going to do another year on loan. I think he wants to make a decision, doesn't he?
No, I think maybe one more at most. I could see.
Yeah.
But
De Gea's had a shaky season. He earns a shaky season. He's carried us for 3 or 4 seasons. I completely agree. But there's so many people complaining how Ollie's let players and not being cutthroat enough and not cutting players and stuff like that when there's better options. That's what we need to do. If we've got a better option or someone that's going to be better over the next 5 years, 10 years, you have to make that decision. And that might be a decision you have to make. You have to go, look, Dean Henderson could be our number one for 10 years. We don't want to get in the position we were. The Schmeichel situation. That was a long time ago.
And it shouldn't matter really, but you're probably quartering your wage budget as well, getting Henderson in over
big
De Gea.
time. Yeah.
I bet De Gea's on, 250,000? There's no way Henderson would be on any more than 60 or 70. So I know it shouldn't matter, things like that. But when you're looking at reasons why one person would be at a club and another wouldn't, the money they cost is another one. Yeah. And at some point, if you are looking for Henderson, if United are too scared to let Henderson leave, then maybe they do have to get rid of De Gea at some point. But personally, I would like to see one more year of De Gea at least.
Yeah, I think that's the ideal situation. It's whether we get that.
Yeah. Jones's house is full of broken furniture, where he just falls and slams into it. He's never had a bowl of soup that didn't end up on his lap. He's very sort of Bodger and Badger approach to things, isn't it? Everything just falls, and then he always goes like that. There just is a camera in his house, and he just goes,
Come on, lads, do a goal.
What am I like, eh? Matic, edge of the box. Back to Fred, slightly further out to Wan-Bissaka, sort of where Matic was, but on the other side. Squares up his man, goes down the outside, but he's 2-on-1. Where's the right winger? Greenwood's tucking in really narrow there.
That's what you can get.
We don't
from
have
Greenwood.
any overlapping. There's James here. There's a good overlap, and Williams found it.
Oh.
See, good. That was good play there. Poor cross really in the end, but a decent
One more
overlap
line.
from Brandon, an underlap really from Dan James, and Brandon Williams actually made the pass, which we haven't seen on that right hand side at all.
Is Jones as bad as Titus Bramble? No, he's not that bad.
Jones has been alright tonight. Great distribution from Nick Pope, and Burnley just on the counter attack here. Ball into the box, calmly collected by Maguire and brought out by Fred. Maguire's pushing up. Look at that.
Maguire's going for it. He's
Maguire's
bored.
playing right wing. Mata
forced
just
that there.
playing a fucking 1 in 1,000 pass to Martial there. Ball into the box again, easily headed and cleared away. Mata committing a foul there.
Team lacks width, which is another reason why we should. I agree. I think, to be honest, we get the width a lot from our fullbacks.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah, I think there's something there. I think
we don't. The overlapping, I don't feel like either of our fullback winger combinations have developed any kind of
we've not had the
relationship
chance
together.
to, really.
No. Dan James and Wan-Bissaka a little bit, but I don't think Wan-Bissaka overlaps enough. And on the left-hand side, it's been so... Is it Luke Shaw? Is it Ashley Young? Is it Brandon Williams? Is it Rashford? Is it, obviously...
The left-hand side, which for the start of Ollie's kind of reign was where we were doing everything through, where it was Luke Shaw, Pogba, and like Rashford, Martial, that kind of bit.
Yeah.
The right-hand side, Dan James played the majority there, but I don't think he wants to play there. I don't think he was signed to play there. I think he was signed to be a sub. So,
can I ask you a question?
Go on.
I believe the introduction of the sweet and salted popcorn was one of the worst things that's happened to popcorn in recent years, for two reasons. One, when it was sweet or salted, make your mind up, pick one, and shops would sell both. Now a lot of places just sell sweet and salted and sweet. And as a salted man, I don't like that. Also, sweet and salted is like 85% sweet, 10% salted, 5% popcorn. Whereas really, it should be 50-50. Sweet
I've got to
and
agree
salted
with you
is
there.
too sweet.
I've got to agree because I've just gone to our favourite establishment, Tesco. Right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at the popcorn options, and they weren't that great.
No, they don't have
There
salted
was
anymore.
like plain, I think was the other option. Is it salted, that one?
Was it?
The other option.
Not
didn't
great.
look that much,
And that's
but-
way more sweet than it is salted, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically just
I've
sweet
also
popcorn.
broken like 4 teeth eating
Can
this.
you name all the Mr. Men?
No.
Obviously not.
No.
I agree with Joe. I prefer sweet or salted. I hate sweet and salted. I don't mind sweet and salted, but for me, it's not sweet and salted.
It's not something you want
it's
all the
sweet
time,
with a
is
little
it?
bit of salt. It's like salted caramel. It's basically caramel that has some flavour.
So when you
it.
went to the cinema yesterday, you got just a pure bag of salted popcorn.
Yes, I took a bag of salted popcorn to the cinema because I don't buy snacks from the cinema because they're rip off.
That's a very clever thing to do.
Yeah, I bought 4-pack of crunchies. Pass me my bag, Cam. Cam, pass me my bag. It's down there. It's the black one on the floor there.
He's not got excited over a goal. He's got
Da, da,
excited
da, da.
because he's remembered.
Final crunchy. Alex, you can do the honours. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it's quite heavy.
I don't want to look in that bag. I'm scared of what's in that bag.
Hot sauce, hair oil, paracetamol, and then just some trinkets to hang, a few locks to put on any sort of bridge in Europe that has like a love lock section. Just latch them around there and write my name and a fictional woman's name. And there's the crunchy look. It's the final one from a 4-pack, not to be sold separately. Here they are. Do you want a bit?
I'm all right, mate.
Fuck you.
I've had enough.
Fuck you then.
So much.
Trying to be nice, aren't I? And this is what you do. You throw it back in my face. United 0, Burnley 1. Now, if someone turned up to a primary school, 2-0 Burnley. Absolute fucking banger from Jay Rodriguez and all.
What a goal that is.
Can we turn it off? Can we just fucking go to bed?
Would you like a watch along of a different sport, maybe?
Yeah.
Or like different
Why
thing?
can't we be like Floyd Mayweather fans instead? Where he just fucking wins 50 fights and never loses.
Can we put the Class of 92 film on and watch that instead?
Would anyone mind us doing a watch-along of the Class of 92 documentary?
Yeah, instead.
Because we might enjoy that. This
Yeah.
is shit, lads. I said it'd be 2-0, didn't I? I did say 2-0. Really rub it in by chewing directly down the mic as well.
Mate, what a goal that is.
This is humiliating.
It is. But at the same time...
Does that count as a set piece? Came from a throw-in. This is mad, innit? This is just mental. This is like... It's just surreal at this point, isn't it?
Yep.
You don't expect it, but this doesn't feel alien in any way, this feeling, does it?
Can you name all the Star Wars characters? Isn't there like 400 of them?
Fucking hundreds of them! All the Star Wars characters. I can name like the main ones. All of them. There's some of them that their names are literally just like letters, and they've been in for like 2 or 3 frames.
Yeah, we can't be having that.
Sack all the midfielders.
Yeah.
See, the problem is when you don't convert your chances, and
then
teams get goals like that, which are incredible strikes but very unusual, you lose. Whereas if we'd have scored 2 of the chances that we've had, this would be fine. Those chances don't get made. You don't concede those types of goals. But all of this comes from not scoring goals and not being confident defensively. But if we could have just converted a couple of the chances we had, this would be all right. But it's not, because we're shit and we don't convert chances. And then we can't defend properly either. We're just shit at both ends.
Yeah.
It's great. Worst start to the league since 1990. Who was the manager then? He must have been shit.
No.
Mata, free kick, edge of the box. No shooting potential. It's just to get the ball in for a cross. Ifs and buts. Yep.
We could still win. We could still win.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Ball into the box. Great cross. Oh.
No goal. John's just turned the match off and you listen to us instead.
Yeah. Cheers, John, mate.
I'm not blaming you.
We'll keep you updated.
By the way, there's now 631 watching. 500 likes. Joe's in the dress the next watch along, which at this point in time...
Why do you have to add insult to injury by doing that?
Oh, Jones is injured. I think he's dislocated his shoulder there, hasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he has.
It would be very fucking Phil Jones for him to have dislocated his shoulder.
I think he has.
I think he might have as well, because he's in a lot of pain with that shoulder there.
And yeah,
Phil Jones is more than likely dislocated his shoulder.
By trying to do a 6-yard pass.
For those who wanted Eric Bailly, probably going to see him in a minute.
Yep. Eric Bailly with a bike. Oh, Fred. No.
Just chip and hope. Chip and put. Phil Jones
yes, we were. And we finished 2-2.
We've been 2-0 down the last 2 times we've played Burnley at home. And they've both finished 2-2. What the fuck?
Phil Jones is made of biscuits. Can't confirm or deny those comments.
But be honest. Do you like biscuits, mate? Of course you do.
I've eaten all his popcorn.
I've eaten a crunchy in anger. Never
Real bags. All right, Sam Kitch.
Who's that? Do you know him?
He's a Liverpool fan from Bolton. So.
Oh, cool. What a combo.
Just who you want in the comments. Hi, Sam.
How can you be so calm?
Well, what else are we going to do? We're going to start breaking chairs and shit, are we?
We can just scream if you want, but we're shit, and this is awful, and this is what?
Jelly babies.
Ranting and raving. It's been 6 years of this.
Yeah.
You got the ranting and raving.
You have to laugh at some point.
Yeah. Expectation combined with reality are what creates very high emotions in terms of positivity and negativity.
I'm not that shocked.
This isn't too far away from what we thought might happen, is it? Obviously, you'd assume we'd win, but this has been happening for 6 years. It's horrendous. It's horrible to watch. But what's screaming going to do? I mean, we've been 2-0 down to Burnley in the last 2 seasons at Old Trafford. So how can you be so stunned by this happening again when the team is worse than it's ever been? Let's talk about fucking lunchbox snacks again or something.
Yeah.
Ollie will talk about how well we did. I don't think he will. He might do.
No, he'll slag him. Who have we got on the bench?
People act like press conferences are like inside the dressing room and we're just seeing what he says to the players. There's a difference, isn't there? This is not... of course, there's a difference. Everyone knows that, but it's like,
what do you think?
do you think he's not slagging the players off to their faces and that?
No, I think what. Christine, I don't know what the hell's going on. You're right.
Just ate some ramen, pretty good. Nice one, Thomas. What was in it?
I've eaten a full bag of popcorn.
And Yorkies are mint. Yorkies are all right.
Oh yeah, no Yorkies.
Do you like a Yorkie a lot?
Yeah, we stock at our pro shop the raisin and biscuit ones.
Well, they're a bit better because at least something's going on. But a Yorkie's just
there's a lot of chocolate in a Yorkie. You can just
a big block in it.
Dogs or cats? It's dogs all day long.
Yeah, obviously dogs. Cats are all right, but they're just like
no way these players are getting slagged off. Yeah, because Red Devil, you're right. I don't think he ever slagged them off or shouted at them.
Yeah, of course he has a go at players. Maybe not publicly, but he's going to have a go at them behind closed doors. We'll bring it back to 2-2, mark my words. Hopefully.
I'm hoping to mark your words, mate.
Dan James! Oh! Just wide there. How are we even still fifth?
I don't know at this point.
Because everyone's shit.
Everyone's a bit shit.
Yeah. City is shit. Chelsea is shit. We're shit. Arsenal shit. Tottenham shit. Leicester, pretty good. Again, if you're looking at expectation, City have been shit this season. United have been shit this season.
Ollie, this is better than last week. I'm more Ollie, it could have been worse. That's kind of my... How big is that bag of popcorn? It's fucking that big, mate.
110 grams.
It's gone now. It's just dust.
Yeah, that's why City are second. I'm not saying that we're better than City,
no,
but by their standards,
general,
they're having a shit season. Clearly they are. Of course they are. I think this is the worst start Pep Guardiola's ever had to a season as a manager. And it's certainly one of the worst. I saw a stat the other day about it. So it's not. They're not having a great season, are they? Or are City having a great season? I'm not trying to compare them to us. I'm talking about the expectation of that club. There's a lot of teams who aren't doing what they want to do, and loads of teams are dropping points, which is one of the reasons we're only fifth. And part of that is City because we've taken points off City this season. So
yeah,
you know.
So, Super Chat, Ryan, cheers, mate. This is the time for Ollie to be more ruthless in presses. Being anti-Mourinho is good, but overcompensating is not helping the fan view. I agree. I think after a game like this, you know, there's one thing we've been positive when he's playing against Liverpool and City, because I can kind of see why he's doing that. And to be honest, they weren't bad performances. Well, the City one was. The Liverpool one wasn't that bad of a performance at the weekend, and he has to take some positives out of that. But you're right. I hope he comes out today and goes, "We just weren't good enough." He's not going to do it and say he was shit. And also, that's the thing. He's going to. We're hoping he's going to come out after this and go something along the lines of
horrendous.
It wasn't good enough. It just wasn't good enough. The players didn't take the chances. They created a decent amount in the first half and just not taking them.
Yeah, and it's not as though Ole's come out after every single game, no matter what, and said another great performance. Last season, he was saying some of the, I'm going to be successful at this club. Some of these players won't be here. Literally threatening to sack and sell players in press conferences. Yeah. So it's not like every game he comes out and goes, you know what? I know we lost, 4-0 to Everton last season, but I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. He doesn't say that every time, does he? He obviously looks on the positive side of things, and maybe it could be slightly more ruthless, but it's not been completely we're brilliant no matter what from him, has it? He's come out and said a lot about players in press conferences and stuff.
Ross saying, Ollie going to be another one, Woodward thrown under the bus. I agree. To be honest, I agree. I think, do you know what? Like, I can't say that Ollie is the perfect man for the job. I don't think anyone knows. We don't know whether someone else will come in. There definitely is guys that are better coaches than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, probably. But the problem is,
but one of them is Jose Mourinho.
One of those is Jose Mourinho, who got sacked. One of them is probably Louis van Gaal, who got sacked, and we didn't do anything. So that's the point in this all, that whether Ollie's the right man or not, if we keep sacking people, we're not going to get any better. We're not going to... What we'll do is, we'll change for a bit. We'll get a bit of a boost, or we'll go on, we'll spend 400 million on different players, and there might be something. Then something might go wrong, and the cycle will all start again. Yeah.
And we can't... The actual sad truth is, no one's going to be successful with the club in its current state.
Free kick on the edge of the box, yeah.
Because we've tried the best managers in the world, we've tried the Ferguson-like managers in Moyes. We've tried the tacticians in Van Gaal. We've tried the motivators and proven winners in Mourinho. No one's successful because we're shit. We don't set things up properly. We don't buy the right players. We don't allow managers to complete their plans. And no one is going to be successful. So Solskjaer is probably just another one who won't be successful because it's impossible to be at United at the moment. Yeah. That's the sad shit truth of it all.
Yeah.
Which is why you've got to be happy when you beat City and you've got to be upset, but don't fucking, do anything silly because we've lost to Burnley either.
Yeah.
It's shit and it's good and we're not going to win anything anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There you go.
Anyway, incredible touch from Mason.
Why did Ferguson
Bergkamp
retire? Because Fergie was
70.
He was 70 odd. His wife wasn't very well, and his wife
horses are class.
And her horse are class. Oh, this could be a red card here.
Oh, could be.
I think the other Burnley player is close enough. It's a yellow card.
Yeah,
it's a yellow card.
Don't worry, we can't score from free kick.
Yeah, I'm not that. Solskjaer is also tactically inept.
So is Van Gaal tactically inept? Is Mourinho tactically inept? Because we lost games like these under their reigns as well. Like, I don't understand it. We finished second under Mourinho, which was brilliant, but we just took it for granted because we.
Well, no, we slagged everyone off there for that. We said we were shit. We said we should have been better.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like second. We also finished sixth. We finished fifth under Mourinho, Van Gaal. We finished seventh under Moyes and Giggs. Like. Are they tactically inept? Are all of those managers tactically inept? I don't know. I think Jose Mourinho had won the league at every single club he'd been at before he came to United. Yeah. Right, Mata, over the wall, over the bar.
Goes forward on the team. I think you're like, you can't do that. That's the whole point of this. Is that
we're locked in.
We're locked in. You're United fans,
of course,
and that's it. Luke Shaw and Lingard.
Classic.
Not sure about that one, and you can't. Not sure about that one.
And again, but I know it's sort of passing the buck slightly. Is Guardiola tactically inept?
Yeah,
because they've got 20 points less. Oh no, 10 or 12 points less this season than they did last season.
Yeah.
His tactics shit now as well. It's just. Loads of things go into why a team isn't very good, and we've got 6 or 7 of them going against us. Some of them is tactics, some of it is players, some of it is owners, coaches, whatever. Loads of things. Confidence. We've got loads of shit that means you put it all together, and this is what you get. Big Sam is available. Yep.
Yeah, we could be. Let's get Big Sam in. We won't concede from set pieces then.
Can we just get the phone number for Walkabout in Bolton, please? Get Big Sam on the phone.
Let's tell you what. Let's get Tony Pulis in. Rory Delap would be fucking shit out throw-ins.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Great idea.
Who takes the blame for this squad? A mixture of people again. It's not all just one answer, is it?
It's Ollie. It's Woodward. It's
the Glazers.
It's Mourinho. It's Van Gaal, Matt Judge.
Yeah, loads of people.
The analysts that have signed these players.
Scouts.
There's a lot of players there.
It's loads of different things.
Harry Redknapp could do a bit better job. Potentially, he might do. You never know. Why took off Brandon? I'm guessing because we're getting a lot of positions where you want someone to overlap and put in a first-time ball, and because Brandon's right-footed, that's not happening. Yeah. That's just a possible reason. I might be very much wrong, and I thought Brandon was doing all right.
I think he's been good. Kamucho is saying, if you buy a whole new squad as a fan, what are you really supporting? It's that whole thing, isn't it? I've had this spade for 50 years. It's had 20 new handles and 30 new,
come on.
What's the fucking end of a spade called? It's not the same thing you started out with. But the thing that you still support and that you love is the ground and the memories, without being cheesy, is people like Solskjaer who you actually associate with the club who you like.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's obviously it's not the players because the players change every few years, but it's more than that in it. Obviously, you just keep liking it. I don't even
Let's
know.
just get someone who can at least train set pieces. Mourinho was pretty good at set pieces.
Yeah, would you like Neil Warnock?
Would
you like Neil Warnock to be
Tell you what,
manager?
let's not have Ollie out trending.
When he relegates us, he'll be the best person to get us promoted back into the Premier League. Let's get Neil Warnock.
Let's not have Ollie out trending. Let's have Warnock in.
Warnock in. He'll be wonderful at set pieces, and we'll get to see a promotion. How good is that?
Go over to Twitter and put in Warnock in, because I think that's how mad it is.
When you try and boil things down to one problem, the single answer to single problems are stupid. like that. Why? Let's get someone in who's good at set pieces. Neil Warnock, brilliant. United just bouncing the ball around the box.
It's all going a bit.
A lot of is going on. Should we try and be happy and let's talk about something else for a minute?
No, because this lot will annoy me, to be honest.
Matte's salary is £160 a week. And what do we get from him? Nothing. I think it's more than £160 a week. I think bin men get more than that.
Ollie also got a team relegated, so did Klopp.
I'm on minimum wage and I get more than £160 a week. There's
Another super chat. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. There's no guarantee a new manager will do any better. Players just aren't good enough. Fifth is good for this lot. Have to stop changing managers.
Couldn't agree
Absolutely more. Bang on. If you keep doing super chats, we might be able to go to games. We won't be skint then.
Yeah, right.
And then if you keep doing it,
if we get 1,200 quid's worth of super chats in this, we'll get season tickets.
I mean, you don't have to watch us anymore. There you go.
We'll buy season tickets.
Disagree with us.
That's what we'll spend it on. We'll spend it on United related.
Yeah.
Although that's giving money to the Glazers, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Slagged off for not going to games, and then told off for not protesting and refusing to go to games. Don't know, mate. I'm crying. Sorry, Josh.
We hope that's not because of us. We're trying to lighten the mood a bit. Pathetic performance, I agree.
Yeah.
Bit of shit, wasn't it? Klopp got managed relegated. You're right. I just said that.
Yeah.
More like for the dress. 270 more. Come on. And Joe gets to wear a dress. Think about that.
I like how you say gets to wear a dress like it's my dream in life.
Come on.
There's been a coronavirus outbreak in China. I know. Did they put lime in the top of that virus?
Another one from Ryan. See, we're going for it. Sorry, mate. Ollie's choosing what... I know I got you there.
Thank you.
Ollie's choosing what's available to me. It sucks because it's just not good enough and can't be on him. Tactics, sure. Squad selection, that's Ed. You're right. Mm-hmm. Fans need to protest. Do you know what? It's not going to make any difference whatsoever.
I mean, if a million fans protested, there might be some difference. But the sad thing is we've seen good, well-meaning, good-hearted protests be set up, and 16 people turn up. It's very difficult to get.
And the other thing is, people are saying don't go to games. Look at Arsenal. They haven't had people go. They've had so many games where it's so dead in the Emirates. Yet they're still not signing good players. They're still signing David Luiz, thinking he's giving me the fix to everything. Yeah. They've still got Mustafi playing. It doesn't make that much difference.
No, because you've still got people, regardless of
Oh, good effort.
People leave.
Marshall, a good shot there.
And people, owners come and go and stuff like that. But you've still got people making decisions for the club. I can't imagine a situation that results in Woodward, Judge, Glazers all leaving at once. What would that be? Unless it's literally just a buyout of the club and they sack everyone. But it's going to
Liverpool kicked out their owners.
Stuck in this.
Liverpool didn't kick out their owners. The Liverpool fans didn't all get together and go, right, you lot can leave now. It got to a point where they weren't making enough money or decided they didn't want to do that anymore. And someone came in and bought them. And they bought them for a lot less than United were going to cost. They didn't have to spend $4 billion. Like $4 billion's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's more than we've got. That's why we're not the game.
Again, super chats.
If we get
1,200 quid, we'll get season tickets.
If you
We'd
get
love that.
4
If
billion,
you get 4 billion,
we'll buy the
United.
club. Yeah.
We'll buy them.
Promise that.
Yeah, and we'll donate it. We'll put it in we'll give it away as a competition on Twitter. Can't wait to hear the excuses after the game from Ollie. What would you like him to say?
Yeah, let's everyone put their dream sentence from Ollie after the game.
What should Ollie say after the game?
And what he should say to the cameras in quotes.
Yeah, do a little quote of here's what Ollie should say.
Green was already on.
He's on. Any banks want to loan us $4 billion? I mean, the Glazers have already got loans of about 400 million, so it's only
exactly. Liverpool was 600 million, which is what. Yeah. To compare
that's
to
what
4
we
billion.
were bought for.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
One of the financial crisis made one of the owners skint, and they had to sell Liverpool. So there you go.
There's some good positives to take from the match. That's Josh Mayer. We weren't good enough. Woodward's a fraud. He's obviously not.
Man U's a crap team. Well done. Yeah, we've got that. Yeah.
Nice one, Ibrahim, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sure your team have won more league titles than United. He will smile.
He will smile. You're right.
Bruno's landing in the morning. I'm not good enough. I've resigned. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not what I want to happen.
No.
But if that's how it's announced, I'm not good enough. I've resigned. Not only quitting from Man United, but ruling himself out of any future jobs in his whole life.
Ollie says, "I'm very happy with the players. At least they're trying, unlike the owners." I have a bad feeling that he's going to lose his job if he does that.
Yeah. Burnley put out their best team. That's a sign of respect. That's quite funny.
Yeah.
That is quite funny. Not my fault. Woodward's my boss. Again, no one says
Yeah.
this. You can't say
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
No one says this at their job. If you work at Wilco, you don't
Ross
leave
Murphy.
every
See,
night and
it's
go,
not good enough.
"Right,
I feel sorry for the
Sharon's a
fans.
bitch, isn't she? That Sharon's making us. She makes us put toothpaste out before toothbrushes. When people buy more toothbrushes than toothpaste, she's a bitch. We are being beaten by a team managed by a baked bean lookalike. Very good. Yeah, sometimes teams that are better than other teams lose to those teams. We're 5th, they're 14th currently.
What was the other? There was one there that was actually quite good. Ross put it. Ross Murphy. It is not good enough, and I feel sorry for the fans.
Yeah,
that is. And to be
that.
honest, he says that in a roundabout way quite a lot.
Yeah,
you know, he says, "Do you know what? That wasn't." He says things like, "We didn't take our chances," and things like that, which is all code word for "we weren't very good today." And then he says, "The fans again were brilliant." That's a lot of what happens.
Yeah. Watch a rerun of Mr. Bean Goes United.
Yeah.
What's your opinions on Ollie? Is he good enough? Honestly, I don't think this setup and this team allows him to show whether he's good enough.
No,
unfortunately,
I don't. I think the fact that we were playing that stretch when he first came in and played good football shows me that he can get a team to play good football.
Yeah.
There's something there. I think there's been games this season and last season. The Tottenham game, both Tottenham games, the City game away the other week, they're signs that showed that he could potentially do it. But the other thing is, the end of last season when our squad started to crumble because they had no legs, you don't know what that was, whether that was a bit of that. The next one, and then this season, he's literally got rid of a lot of the players that don't fit his system. You can't say it. The only one that's left that probably does, I've seen, is Herrera. And then we're starting, and he's got to try and start again. That's it.
Yeah, Ryan C91 saying, just supporting the channel with this one. Keep it up, lads. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the cash, Ryan.
House is crying his pizza. I don't think he eats pizza at the games.
No, they don't sell pizza at Old Trafford, do they?
I think it's a pizza like baguette kind of thing. But
it's not pizza, is it? Cheese and tomato sandwich.
What happened there?
Burnley were dominating throughout. They weren't, obviously.
They've not been. They've had like 4 shots.
Yeah, or 9, depending on
what
idiot writes your stats.
Yeah.
We are struggling to. We've looked better, but we've not really made any chances second half, to be honest.
10 minutes left.
Shaw pulling it back to Greenwood.
Lingard.
Oh, Lingard, sorry, not Greenwood. Mata, ball in the box. Oh, they're just fucking nodding everything away. We're trying to.
This isn't.
Do you know what that was? No, I don't know who their centre back was, but he's a big fucker. Mata chipping the ball into the box for Fred to win a header. Yeah. What was the percentage chance of that happening? 1 in 1,000.
Against Burnley.
So if we take 1,000 crosses, we might get a goal.
What else we got?
Honestly, Ollie has a plan, just ain't got the players, and injuries don't help. Yeah, I agree. That's my personal opinion as well. Look at the team that is on the pitch now. What position? Let's take the kits off of this team. Let's pretend this is just a team full of players that don't have a club. If you put this team together, especially that front six, Fred, Matic, Lingard, who we got? Mata, Greenwood, Martial. That front six, would you expect them to finish in the top 4?
Yep.
Or would you expect them to struggle, maybe finish 6th, maybe finish 5th, maybe push for 4th? Probably around there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They wouldn't win the league with any coach.
No.
You got Phil Jones at centre back. You got Luke Shaw at left back.
Yep.
Like, where do you think this team was going to finish?
Ollie must quit. Do you know what? I don't think he must quit, but I think that could be a possibility. You know, if it gets that bad, but it's not that bad. You know, like I said, we're 5th for this team. That's not that bad, I don't think, in the grand old scheme of things. But I think if it got to maybe this time next year and he's no better, I think he would walk away from it. I think he'd just go, "There's nothing I can do."
Yeah.
Especially if people keep fucking moaning about it, they might just do it.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
Christ. And you take the best 3 players out of any team, they're going to struggle, aren't they?
Yeah. Fred at the edge of the box. Luke Shaw should have been wider there. There's no point.
Just fucking drilling crosses at fullbacks' ankles. Who do you rate most from the Burnley team? In terms of threatening us, probably Chris Wood. Their centre-backs have looked good today, but it's not hard to, dominate Anthony Martial and Dan James in the air, is it?
No.
Let's be honest. I don't understand the Shaw substitute. We haven't got any other attackers to bring on.
Yeah, there's no
one.
There's Angel Gomez, but is Angel we're playing Burnley.
He's played
he's 4 foot now.
5 games for United.
He's 4 foot now.
Yeah.
Against
good overlap from Phil Jones, ball across the box.
Where's he going?
You heard. Good overlap from Phil Jones, and then the ball just sort of slammed across the ground straight to the feet of the centre back.
Great fun, isn't it?
Lindelof up the Clarets. Yeah. You're right. We shouldn't be moaning about losing 2-0 to Burnley. Absolutely moan about losing 2-0 to Burnley.
Which is why we're a bit miserable.
Yeah. I'm not trying to stop anyone moaning about losing 2-0 to Burnley. Awful result. We're better than Burnley. We should beat them.
So this is the manager Howson was comparing to Fergie earlier. I don't think he's ever said that. I don't think he's ever gone.
Send me a clip of Howson saying that Solskjaer's as good as
Solskjaer is as good as Fergie. What he's probably said.
I don't even know what he said, but I know he ain't said that.
Well, let's say this. He probably said that when Ferguson took over, they were in a bad position, and it took him a lot of time to get them better. They did better in cup competitions to start with, which is what we've done this season. Struggled in the league, had to sign some players. Oh, good effort from Greenwood there.
Here's a question.
Go on.
For the people who are Ole out, let's go back to 1992. United haven't won. Ferguson's come in. United haven't won a title in 6 years since he's come in? Came in 86, did he? Ferguson. We won a cup, but that's it. Would you have said Ferguson out then? Would you have said Ferguson out after he didn't win a title for the first 5 or 6 years of him?
Ferguson would not have lasted if he took over 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Wow.
He wouldn't. I don't think he would. But that's what. And again, I'm not saying that Solskjaer's going to turn out to be Ferguson. But what we are doing is not allowing ourselves a chance to see what will happen. That's all we're doing here. It's not 1992. It's 2020. Get with the program. Okay, get that.
Go on, burp. Do it.
I just don't. I know it's not 1992, but I don't think people would have given him a chance either.
No.
And United aren't the team they were when Moyes took over. They aren't the team they were when Van Gaal took over. They're years and years and years and players away from a team that has looked like challenging for a title. Every single year that goes by, the further away you get from winning a title, the harder it is to come back and win one.
Yeah.
Like, we're not getting any closer here, but it's not... The team, the squad's just not good enough.
I just think that people here, just the amount of Mourinho out stuff that was going on before he left, those last couple of months.
Yeah.
It's just like people forget that they were slagging him off and everyone was saying, I mean, we weren't around at that point when Mourinho was getting sacked, but Howson, full-time Devils, all them, those kind of people were saying, if you sack Mourinho, yes, it might get better, but the one thing he needs to do is get the players.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same now. It hasn't changed. So, sack Ollie. Get rid of him. Yeah. And do you know what?
Who are you going to get?
What we'll do is we'll support the next. We're not going to cry about it, because it'll happen, because it might happen,
Yeah.
But then we've got to support the next manager, and all we're going to be saying,
or not support him, as the case may be,
because that's what we need to do.
To support the manager.
What we need to do is
people saying Ole is not Ferguson. Of course he isn't. But people would have been yelling for Ferguson to get sacked as well.
Yeah.
And you look at the team again. Where do you expect this team to finish? And the thing is, when you end up finishing 6th in a season, you don't beat all the teams below you and lose to all of the teams above you.
Leaving.
Yeah, there's 5 minutes to go, and we're getting beaten 2-0 by Burnley. I'm not surprised. You don't just lose to the teams that are better than you and win against all the teams that are worse than you. You lose to teams like Burnley, and then you beat City and things look good, and you beat City and Tottenham back to back. Remember that? And things look good. And then you lose to Burnley, and then you lose to Newcastle. Like, this is what a season looks like, where a team finishes 4th, 5th, or 6th. You drop a lot of points, and it looks, well, what do you mean we can't beat Burnley? We're still above them in the table. We still beat City. Like, you don't just lose to the teams better than you and beat the teams worse than you. This is what a season looks like when you finish 6th, or 5th, or 4th. Like, look at Chelsea. They just lost to Newcastle. You can't even beat Newcastle. They're still 4th. You lose to teams worse than you sometimes.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Brandon, you're a fool.
You're a fool.
Oh, is that someone else in the comments? I thought he was talking about Brandon.
Be funny if it was.
People
if you just thought this was the thing to
manager,
do.
I have no clue. You'll be the same people calling for Poch out this time next year.
Yep. That's the thing. They're probably the
Quite
same people that put Mourinho out.
Yeah.
Above Burnley by 4 points, still above them.
And I get it.
We could finish.
We're not saying we like this.
No.
Do we like losing to Burnley?
We could finish 8th, 9th, or 10th, though. Absolutely right, we could.
Yeah, we definitely could.
Pochettino in, because Pochettino's going to fix all, because he is the Messiah. He's going to fix it.
And he's good at winning loads of trophies, so that'll help.
He's good at winning trophies.
Yeah.
Poch has pedigree, Ollie has 0. Yeah, Poch is great.
Actually, Ollie has more pedigree than Poch, doesn't he?
Ollie has...
Pochettino's never won a trophy. Solskjaer has.
Yeah.
He's won. I know it's a Norwegian title. I bet Poch would have liked to have won a Norwegian title, wouldn't he? He's never won one. What pedigree?
What pedigree? I don't get it.
Maybe he's watching the game with a can of pedigree.
Pedigree chum, yeah.
Pedigree, yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Or just some bitter. Poch gets top 4 on a budget. A top 4, a budget that includes Christian Eriksen, Harry Kane, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Lloris, Dembele, Sissoko, good players that would all improve United's team.
Yeah.
I think most teams.
That's the funniest thing I've heard. Ollie's better than Poch. No, that's not what we said.
No.
We said that Ollie has won more trophies than Poch.
Yeah.
And it's just on Joe right now because our producer's having a chat.
Yeah, he's just talking to someone else. Cam, can you produce the show, please? Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. It's like, not saying that, but Ollie has won more trophies. He's, there is that. At the same time, like Pochettino, like I said, he's had some pretty good players there.
Yeah.
They weren't shit. They weren't Andres Pereira.
No. People like Kane who, yeah.
And also,
he's a good squad.
Pochettino worked with the director of football. He didn't go out scouting any of them fuckers that are playing.
Yeah.
Someone went out and bought them for him.
2 deluded fellows, maybe. Maybe we are deluded,
Yeah, maybe we are.
But I don't know. I'd rather, to be honest, I just can't see who would do better with this squad. No. I just don't see it.
No.
Maybe someone would do better after, if we're looking at the top managers in the world. Who of the managers who are out of a job or seemingly available, who would do better with this squad? I can't think of many. I can't think of any. And I'd rather be deluded and supporting the team and the manager than just be trying to get rid of everyone, sack everyone all the time. I think we are meant to be fans.
Louis van Gaal ruined the club. That's a different statement.
Maybe.
Jacob O.C., I think he's just poking things there.
Maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know. Loads of things go into a club being in this position.
Do you know what's disappointing is when it's just usually me and you. We've won games most of the time, haven't we? It was always the
We've won more games than we've lost this season, so I suppose statistically that is the chances.
David Moyes is the West Ham manager, so he's not going to come in, I'm afraid.
Maybe Poch is better, maybe, but our fan base is our fan base really going to give him time? Probably not. Let's remember, the Tottenham fan base wanted Poch sacked, having got them to the Champions League final the season before.
Yeah.
And Tottenham are shit and have been for 50 years. So all of this goodwill he brought, have United scored it?
As Luke Shaw is it's ruled out.
Offside. Tottenham, who don't win anything, who have no standards at all, who are used to finishing outside of the top 4 all the time, they wanted Pochettino to get sacked. So it's not as though he's this incredible manager who everyone likes. Even those fans wanted their manager to leave.
Hang on.
Doesn't take much.
Are they reviewing this? Have we got a chance?
Everything gets reviewed.
He's onside. Is it a push though? It's got to be a foul.
I think they're saying it's a foul. Yeah. This is the most depressing defeat I've seen. The Watford one was worse. The Everton one last season was worse than this.
Oh yeah.
For me. We're shit, but they've not battered us. We got absolutely hammered in a few of the games at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Just admit you're wrong about Ole.
Might be.
And another thing. Here's the other thing. Neither of us know who's right. We don't know that he's better than anyone else. You don't know that he's worse than anyone else. You just have to either. If you want him to leave, you want him to leave. I would like him to stay because I don't think he's had a chance to prove whether he's good enough or not yet. And neither of us know, really. It's the feeling. Do you think Ole's good enough? Obviously not. I think we've seen him make this team play really well at the end of last season. I think he's been really unlucky with injuries. He's obviously not had the players he wanted to sign, and that's my feeling on it.
Yep.
That's just how I feel. It's not, it's nothing other than that is how I feel. I'm trying to tell you.
The stats show it. The stats show it. That's it.
Yeah. We don't know any more than you.
Yeah.
That's just what we think.
Do you know what? Should we have kept Mourinho? Is this what everyone said? Does everyone think that?
Yeah.
We should keep Mourinho. Would you trust Ole with 200 million? Do you know what? Right now, we can't spend 70 million.
Yeah. And to be fair,
so talking about would you trust him with 200 million? I don't. If you just said, right, go and buy Mbappe, I don't think we could just do it with unlimited funds.
He spent 130 million in the summer,
and they've all worked.
Good.
Right.
So yeah.
Anyway, what are we doing the rest of this week? Right?
We're doing the rest of the week. I don't know really. We've got some videos coming out.
We've got some videos.
Yeah, that's about it, really, isn't it? What are you doing tonight? Anything after the game?
No, I'll be all going on. Got homework again tomorrow morning.
So might go out for some drinks on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday night would be good.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So what? Do you have any other videos? Anything good planned?
Have we got any fun? Have we got anything fun coming up? We've got any more comedians coming in? That was good.
No,
Freddie was good.
Freddie was good. Hopefully we can sort something out there because he's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll get Freddie to come back in.
We'll get some more comedians on. Did everyone enjoy the comedian the other day on Howson's Brew?
Yeah, if you watched Howson's Brew, did you like Freddie being on there?
Yeah.
We thought it was a good laugh.
Because we're done with talk about this shit. United got beat.
We've got to talk about it for the review as well, so give us a couple of minutes.
So give us a couple of minutes. What else? We need to do a comment club. I think. Would everyone like to see a comment club again? Let us know.
We'll bring one back soon.
Because we've got
Adam should be back.
We've got our editor that loves doing comment club. He'll be back. So
when is he back? Do we know?
Adam. He was in this week.
Has he been in already?
Yeah, I think it was on Tuesday. When you weren't here? We had a podcast there.
Oh yes, I remember now. It was my day off, but I did.
You come in and met him. Yes.
11 comedians.
Comment club, please. Nice. Yeah, people don't like the.
We'll get a comment club out for you.
5 things we learned should be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
That'll be a good one.
It was genuinely the worst brew, and it's usually my favourite show. Interesting.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll
take it on board. Yeah. If you'd like to do it in a nicely written email, you can do. Long nice comment for us.
Get a Scouse comedian on. We might get a Scouse.
We actually are. We actually have been looking at that.
We need to do it before sort of the end of April, though.
Yeah, we don't want them winning the league with it all.
Yeah, we can try and get it in before that.
No.
But we'll see.
We're hoping that they lose a game, just one, and then get him on like the day after. That would be nice, good time.
Yeah. Latest guys. See you, Jacob, mate. Phil Jones, it took him 92 minutes and 7 years to run from defence into the opposition half. He put a cross in a minute ago. He overlapped.
Like this question. Tucker. There we go. Jose would have turned us into a force if we backed him properly. We finished second and brought league around. There's a big key point there. Backed him properly.
Yeah, exactly.
But we didn't. What do you think that anything's going to be any different?
Yeah.
Whether we did it with this manager, the next manager, Pochettino, Rodgers, Klopp, Pep, fucking Fergie's Sir Matt Busby's reincarnated son. I don't know. What? It's not going to be any difference, is it? No. It's just not.
Look at Klopp spent a load of money at Liverpool. Guardiola spent a load of money at City,
and they're better football teams. Good effort.
Yeah. We need investment. We need new players. We need different systems.
Yeah.
And it's full time. Man United nil, Burnley 2. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for the review.
No wonder I failed dry January with that kind of shit.
See you in a bit.
See you a bit. Bye.